Good afternoon, Sasquatch Nation and baseball fans everywhere. Thank you for tuning in to our live stream here at Black Hills Energy Stadium as your Spearfish Sasquatch look to face off against the Badlands Big Sticks all the way up from North Dakota in Dickinson, as we have finally approached the end of the regular season. That is, as it is Saturday, July 30th, we are approaching the end of July, and we are now in game 57 of 57. To end the season before playoffs start just tomorrow. We are so excited to be here with you, and we have so much for you today. This might be the most entertaining and fun-filled day that we have at the park before things turn really serious tomorrow. Both the Big Sticks and the Sasquatch have clinched the playoffs, and they will face off against each other tomorrow starting at home in Game 1 at 6:35 p.m. tomorrow evening. So we hope to see you there, but we are happy to have you tuning in with us tonight. I am Win Andrews, your voice of the Sasquatch here in the last game of the season. So without any further ado, as the umps are at home plate, let's go ahead and get into these player introductions as we are 5 minutes away from first pitch. Things are going to be a lot different tonight throughout the game, so we hope that you are able to keep up. It is going to be a fun one to say the least. So for the visiting Big Sticks, leading off tonight, number 3, the right fielder, Jake Brill. Batting second, number 22, the center fielder, Jaden Singleton. Hitting third, number 10, the catcher, Derek Calvillo. Batting fourth, number 14, the first baseman, Daniel Rogers. Batting fifth, number 16, the third baseman, Sean D. Batting sixth, number 1, the second baseman, Alex Erlob. Batting seventh, number 18, and pitching, Moses Dokes. That is right, they do not have a DH tonight. Moses gets the 7th spot. Batting eighth, number 5, the shortstop, Kobe Krenz. And batting ninth, number 0, the left fielder, Campbell Crater. Pitching for the Big Sticks, as we just mentioned, is Moses Dokes on the mound. We'll see him very soon, as the Big Sticks are led by head coach Cam Johnson in Game 5. Rolling over to see what the Sasquatch have in store tonight. Rounding out and leading off the order tonight for Spearfish, number 4, the center fielder, back after his rest day yesterday, Bryson Hoyer. Batting second, number 12, the shortstop, Gabe Springer. Batting third, number 24, the designated hitter, Ryan Bachman. Hitting cleanup, number 17, the third baseman, Bailey Bordis. Batting fifth, number 11, the left fielder, Gage Crott. Batting sixth, number 34, the first baseman, Damon Gaither. Batting seventh, number 14, the right fielder, Dylan Ritchie, in his second game in a row over in right. Batting eighth, number 40, the second baseman, Griffin Sheeran. And finishing up the lineup tonight for the Sasquatch, number 18, and catching behind the plate, at least to start the game, Davis Carr. And fun fact that we have about him, he will be playing all 9 positions around the field tonight. So be excited to see Davis starting out at catcher and rotating around. That is only the first surprise that we have of many. Plenty of guest appearances here in the booth, as well as plenty of on-field surprises as well. Here in the last game of the season, we are ready to have some fun, as pitching for the Sasquatch tonight is number 35, Nathan Leininger. So it is going to be a heck of a game here, and we are ready to celebrate it here with you, as the Squatch are going to have a fun night tonight before everything turns serious for the playoffs in Game 1 tomorrow. So as we are about to make the player introductions for both teams, as the Sasquatch are getting ready to head out on the field and the Big Sticks are ready to do the same, we are going to leave it to you. We will have a quick game recap as the game begins, as well as plenty of things to talk about. Going to be a fun night. We are so glad you are here with us. Game 57 on July 30th. Things are about to get real after tonight, but we're going to have some fun while we're at it. We'll be back in just a few minutes. You are watching the Squatch and the Sticks on our Squatch Live on our YouTube channel.
Somebody would have swung at that. And don't let your checking account paper tag you with fees. Come on over to Highmark, where you have 3 different free checking accounts to choose from. Oh.
We welcome you back here to Black Hills Energy Stadium as we just threw out a ceremonial first pitch to kick off the last game of the regular season. And lucky for us, the Sasquatch were able to end the season here at home, a 5-game homestand against our rivals, the Badlands Big Sticks. The Big Sticks traveled down earlier this week, only about a 3-hour commute, but have been here ever since. And the Sasquatch have taken advantage of every single game. As this is Game 5 tonight, the Squatch have won the first 4 of the series, including a Game 3 walk-off win that saw us clinch the best record here in the second half, letting us go to the playoffs. And last night, the Squatch did more of the same, taking care of business, and a 15-8 win on Friday night. Fireworks night, the Squatch had plenty of their own. So the Sasquatch this season have officially solidified an overall record of 500 or better, especially with a win today in the final game of the season. And after starting the season 5-16, Spearfish has finished with a 23-11 record, as we sit currently at 28-27 with today's game left over. So either way, win or loss, the Squatch will be at least at a 500 record, which is a far cry from where we started. And just a testament to what this team can do when they work together as a unit. So we are excited to see what happens tonight, as Nathan Leininger getting a few warm-up pitches in on the mound to his catcher of the night, Davis Carr. But Davis will not be there for long. As I spoke with head coach Jarrett Hunt a few minutes ago, as he said, Davis will be playing positions 1 through 9 today. So while it is Teacher Appreciation Night here at the ballpark, we'll be honoring teachers all throughout the game. That is one of the fun things we'll be doing. We'll also be able to see Davis Carr all over the place. So it might as well be called Davis Recognition Night as well, for all of the hard work he has done behind the plate and at the plate this season. It's going to be a fun one tonight as we are gearing up for the first pitch on a sunny and 95-degree day here on July 30th. And Spearfish, that is right, you heard it correctly. By far the hottest day of the week, and even the breeze is blazing. So we're not getting too much help from the wind, but that is all right. We will undoubtedly cool down later on tonight. It is a high of 96 today and a low of 65. So over a 30-degree differential in the temperature. And it'll be feeling much better tonight at the ballpark as Nathan's first pitch bit outside for ball 1. Jake Brill, the right fielder, leading off tonight, and Jaden Singleton in the on-deck circle. Jaden, who is batting second tonight, batted cleanup in Game 4. So the Sasquatch 17-10 in the second half of the season, blowing out realistically the rest of our division rivals. As that one is behind us in the booth, and that one's going to land right in front of us. Oh, that was close. You might have seen that one on the live stream. A big pop fly behind us, foul, and landed right around the bleachers. So going back to Game 4, it wasn't one of the most important games of the year necessarily, you could argue, as that one is going to be lifted foul out of play. Count runs 2-2. But the Sasquatch still not wanting the Big Sticks to gain any sort of momentum heading into the playoffs tomorrow. It was a tied ball game, all tied up at 6 until the 6th inning when Griffin Sheeran hit a bases-clearing double to provide some separation. And the pitch from Leininger is going to be popped up. We'll see if that one runs foul still. Davis Carr trying to get a read on it, and unfortunately going to be able to make the play. And we will see. Nathan Leininger makes a great attempt, but that one still runs foul as it clanks off of the pole of the protective netting. If only that would have counted. So we'll try again with this 2-2. So a 15-8 victory last night behind 14 hits for the Sasquatch. They continue to put on an offensive clinic. But the Big Sticks helped them out here and there, registering 5 errors on the night, with a few of them proving rather costly. And a swing and a miss there from Jake Brill, and he is going to be sat down. So he heads back, and the first strikeout of the night, the first out of the night, goes to Nathan Leininger there. Great pitch. Takes care of Brill as he smiles heading back to the dugout, and now time for Singleton. The Big Sticks on a 7-game losing streak headed into tonight's action, while the Squatch are meanwhile on the other side of the road. A 4-game winning streak, and a win tonight would make it 5, as that one is going to be swung on and hit well all the way out to left center and over the wall. That is going to be a solo home run, a 1-out bomb from Jaden Singleton, and there is the power that we have heard so much about from this man as he rounds third base and heads home. It is a 1-0 ball game early on tonight. Wow. I was speaking with the play-by-play broadcaster for the Big Sticks, and we were talking last night about Jaden Singleton, and he said, you just wait. He has some power that we have not seen much of here in this series so far, but Jaden Singleton just showed what he is capable of right there. Unloading on a pitch from Leininger, so now Nathan's trying to recover. And that one's going to be hit well out towards left field again, but Gage Cross can be able to make a read on it and make the catch for out number 2. And 1 pitch, 1 out. Takes care of Derek Calvillo, and Daniel Rogers stepping in, who's playing first base tonight and batting cleanup. So both teams would still love to win tonight's game, even though they are going to be gearing up for the Game 1 tomorrow. So you'll be seeing a few position players on the mound here and there. You're going to be seeing some pitchers in the outfield. You're going to be seeing about everything you could ever ask for. But we still have some surprises for you throughout the game, things that you will not expect. I can guarantee you that. Game 57 proving to be by far the most entertaining. In terms of just pure entertainment value, of course, we had walk-offs. We've had so many incredible memories here at Black Hills Energy this season. But we have a lot for you tonight. Last night was a complete bullpen game for both teams, as they had utilized most of their arms throughout the first 3 games of the series. Gage Crott started the game, you see him in left field right now. He was given the reins to start the game on the mound last night, followed by a couple of starters in the rotation who pitched in the later innings to get their reps and keep those arms hot. So a 2-1 count now from Nathan to Rogers. And that one's going to be swung on and missed. Strike 2. So we'll see what Leininger throws. We'll have plenty to talk about with him coming into the second inning. The Big Sticks used 2 position players in the later innings last night. And that one is going to be grounded right over to the second baseman right now in Game 5, Griffin Sheeran. So it makes you throw over to first. Routine throw as Damon Gaither over at first base makes the catch. And now it is a 1-0 game headed to the bottom of the first. A solo home run off the bat of Jaden Singleton. A lot of power behind his bat. But we head to the bottom of the first. Squatch looking to strike back and potentially sweep the Sticks here in Game 5. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes on a very exciting last game of the regular season.
When you venture to Spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a Spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
Going somewhere, going higher, faster, farther, going in new directions to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
Another great crowd here at the ballpark to finish off the season, as we will have official numbers for you later on in tonight's action, but they are here to see some more entertaining, to say the least, Sasquatch baseball. The Squatch offense specifically has been on an absolute tear the last couple of weeks here, and you have to attribute that to a great and energetic home crowd, game in and game out. Bryson Hoyer leading off tonight, as the first pitch is taken for a ball. And now, check swing, and Bryson did not go. A quick 2-0 count against number 18 for the Sticks on the mound, Moses Dokes. So Bryson got the day off last night in Game 4, as he and Gabe Springer, who were batting first and second respectively in the lineup, per usual, were both given a breather. They came up to the booth with me, and we had a couple innings of fun being able to talk to them and just seeing how their season in Spearfish has been going so far. Two dynamite players here for the Sasquatch this summer. They have been very entertaining, as Bryson is headed to Loyola Marymount University in the fall, and Gabe Springer in the on-deck circle headed to Stanford. They like to call themselves the 1-2 freshman punch. So now the even count at 2 from Dokes, and swung on. And Bryson Hoyer, as they drop third strike, the throw over to first for out number 1. Retires Bryson, and now stepping in is Gabe Springer.
Now batting for the Sasquatch from Boulder, Colorado.
So the Sasquatch, as we mentioned a few moments ago, a game over 500. Spearfish 9-1 in their last 10 games, all against either the Casper Horseheads and the Badlands Big Sticks. And it appears that we were given an incorrect number on our lineup card tonight. It is going to be, as that one's going to be smoked over to right field, but right shy of the track. That one's going to be caught by the right fielder, Jake Brill. Gabe Springer gave that one a lift. Looked good off the bat, but just a little short. Big swing there from Gabe. This brings up Ryan Bachman, and a quick 2 outs for Moses Dokes, who is number 28 on the mound, not number 18. My apologies. Had number 18 on our sheet of paper here. That is not correct. But either way, Dokes quickly ahead, with quick 2 outs, and the first 2 batters retired here. A 1-0 ball game after Jaden Singleton took some frustration out on a pitch from Nathan Leininger and absolutely smoked it over the left center field wall, right to the right of the Black Hills Energy scoreboard. And there was no doubt off the bat, it was absolutely scorched. And outside of game one against the Big Sticks of this series, we haven't really seen a lot of home runs. The Squatch have done a good job on the mound of limiting all that hard contact. The Sticks have scored their runs in every single game, but it has not been the result of the long ball. So Dokes has pitched the 2-1 now to Ryan. It's going to be low. Ball 3. Dokes from Santa Barbara, California, plays at Cerritos Community College. A 4.32 ERA through 7 appearances out of the pen for the Sticks. And he's going to send that one, and that was going to be shot right past the shortstop into left field. Ryan Bachman with a 2-out single to get things started for the Squatch, and tallying their first hit on the night. We have a feeling this will not be their last. No matter who is on the mound for any team, you just have the feeling that the Sasquatch, with the offensive surge that they are on every single night, will find a way to win. The Big Stick scored 6 runs in the top of the second last night. It was a 6-1 ball game until the bottom of the second when the Squatch scored 6 of their own. As that one is going to be lifted out way high, but it's going to be an infield fly over to the second baseman. As that is going to be out number 3, Alex Erlob with the catch, and outside of a 2-out shot from Ryan Bachman into left field, Moses Dokes with a very easy and efficient bottom of the first. Headed to the second inning, Nathan Leininger headed out for some more action on the mound. We'll be back in just a few minutes on this very hot but beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Health, we keep going so you can keep going. With advanced orthopedic care, technology, innovations, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
I wanna shout out to the world so they know my sweet baby loves me so. She got me going, yeah, she turns me on. And she loves me, yeah, she loves me. And it loves
Hey, nice strike.
yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
A 1-0 ball game here in the top of the second. The Big Sticks have struck first, and now Nathan Leininger looking to go 1-2-3 if he can against the middle of the Sticks order. As Sean D, number 16, the third baseman, leading off here in the inning. I am Win Andrews, the voice of the Sasquatch here in the last game of the regular season, and there is a lot to tell you about, as we'll have plenty of guest appearances in the booth, the first of them being our social media intern. We had him here in the booth the other night during National Intern Day at the park. We were recognizing him and all of the work he's been doing, Mr. Sean Massa. As just outside of social media, he is also very talented and has had plenty of experience in play-by-play and color commentary for himself. So, Sean, welcome to the booth once more.
Thank you for having me, Win. Pleasure to be here during this last game of the regular season.
As we are very excited to have him here. And, Sean, as you know, we were talking about it a few minutes ago. There's a lot to discuss in tonight's matchup. We talked about Davis Carr, who is being shifted all over the field. It is Davis Carr Day at Black Hills Energy, and now replacing Davis behind the plate is our center fielder, Bryson Hoyer. That's pretty You know, that happens all the time, right? That's such an ordinary thing, as unfortunately Leininger is going to hit Sean D on the side, and he takes first base.
Yeah, definitely something you notice during summer ball is pitchers trying new things, trying new pitches to their arsenal, and sometimes it's going to get away from them during that. And well, as an example there, Leininger hits the Big Six batter, and unfortunately it happens more often than you'd like, but that's the beauty of summer ball.
You are right about that, my friend, as they're going to talk things over, check on Sean. He seems to be okay over at first base. And now we're going to roll it over to Alex Erlob. We've seen him a lot at third base, a little bit over at second, and now he's playing second once more tonight and batting sixth. So with Bryson Hoyer over and behind the plate here in the second inning, I guess that puts Davis in center field. So officially his second position of the night.
Yeah, Davis down there yesterday especially, but today he was really excited. He was kind of bragging to everyone like, hey, I get to play all 9 positions today, and trying to make the guys jealous, I guess. That's something that he really wanted to do, and he's definitely going to embrace it all night.
Well, you know, I was a little nervous. I promised that this was going to happen last night in the booth. I walk into the park today, and I hear from Coach Hunt that is just not the case. And so I was like, man, did I just lie to my entire live stream and my audience? I hope I did not. And then right before the game, he flipped the script and said, nah, I'm just kidding. We're going to have him do all 9. So very excited to see what he can do. I'm ready to see him on the mound.
Oh, I'm very excited to see Davis. He has a really good arm behind home plate, so I'm definitely excited to see how it's going to translate. That one's very high up in the air. Davis Carr is actually not going to get it. It's going to be Springer's going to call for it, and that's an easy first out for the Sasquatch.
So an interesting aspect here with Alex Erlob retired for out number 1. Now stepping in, the pitcher, Moses Dokes. In summer ball, there is always a DH. Not tonight for the Sticks. They've elected to let the pitcher bat 7th tonight. I've, from an inside source, which is the play-by-play broadcaster obviously with us in the booth for the Sticks, he said that there is a surprising amount of power in the bat of Dokes, as Moses is 1 for 2 on the season at the plate, so batting a clean .500. And that one taken in the zone, strike 1.
Yeah, really exciting to see Coach Hunt letting Davis play all these positions and letting the guys really just have a little fun in the last game of the season, and really embracing that summer ball is really about having fun and trying all new things to your game.
Funny you say that. You are right on the money, Sean. As I was down in the dugout a few minutes before the game started asking him the keys to the game, he said, we clinched the playoffs. We took game 4 last night. We feel good about our momentum in our favor heading into playoffs in game 1 tomorrow at the field. And quote unquote, he says, let's have fun today.
Oh, yeah, that's the most important part of any sport. Leininger gets a strikeout there, 2 outs quick in this inning.
So Moses Dokes down on his luck and down on strikes here in the top of the second. His first plate appearance. I'm sure it'll take him a minute to get accustomed to it, as he hasn't been to the plate in a while. So down goes Moses. Here comes Kobe Corinz, the shortstop.
Yeah, going back to what Coach Hunt was saying about how they've been on a roll lately, the dugout's having a lot of fun. The boys are really embracing the fact that they are playing some very good baseball right now, and they are very confident in the fact that they can beat this Big Six team in the playoff and go to the championship.
And even with the boys having as much fun in the dugout, apparently they get bored at some point or another. That's why we will be having plenty of guest appearances from them here in the booth tonight. In the final game of the season, they want to be able to put up some commentary of their own, as that was going to be lined fair right up the third base line. That was going to run into left field. And Sean D steps on the brakes over at second base. So runners on first and second, 2 outs. And the first hit of the night for Kobe Corinz in his first at bat against Leininger. That brings up the 9-spot hitter, Campbell Crater. We saw Campbell on the mound last night in game 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's the beauty of summer ball. Once again, both these teams clinched playoffs. They're playing against each other in the playoffs, so it's a lot of having fun out there. We were informed by the Big Six play-by-play announcer, really, that this game was going to be fun, that the boys were just going to go out there and play some baseball. They weren't going to worry about what happened. They were just going to go play baseball and play worry-free.
And that is what's so romantic about baseball. It's something so beautiful, as that one's going to be grounded right to Gabe Springer. He makes the feed over to Griffin Sheeran on second base. Bag, that retires the side. So the Big Sticks get runners on first and second, but Nathan Leininger gets out of the inning. We head to the bottom of the second. Squatch looking to put a few runs up of their own. I'm Win Andrews alongside Sean Massa here with you in game 57. We'll be back with you in just a few.
Summer at the Denny Menhold dealerships in Rapid City. Trade-in values are at an all-time high, and there's never been a better time to buy. With over 400 vehicles on location, you're guaranteed to find the right ride to take you into summer. And while you're here, make sure to sign up to win some great summer gear, like a Rice Honda side-by-side, Black Hills Fireplace Traeger smoker, a variety of gift certificates, and more. Come by and check out a great selection of vehicles and summer gear at any of the Denny Menhold dealerships in Rapid City and at menholdsummer.com.
Through life, every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day. And everything's going your way.
The bottom of the second inning, the 5, 6, 7 hitters for the Squatch here. Gage Crott, followed by Damon Gaither and Dylan Ritchie, the right fielder. We'll see what Crott has to offer against Moses Dokes. After a shutout first from Moses, outside of a 2-out single from Ryan Bachman, that is about all that happened. But now Squatch looking to put a few runs up of their own. A quick 1-0 count now on Gage. I'm here alongside our social media intern and now color commentating for a few innings, Sean Massa. A 2-0 count now. So a 6-run second inning for both teams last night. It lasted over an hour for the one inning alone, which says something. That is summer ball at its finest. A lot of craziness back and forth, and both teams trying to get as many arms out of their pen as they can, as they are trying to warm everybody up for the playoffs starting tomorrow and extending at the very least into Monday. The 3-1 now, and that was going to be grounded softly over to the second baseman. Sean D makes the feed over to first for out number 1. Gage Crott retired, and now that brings up Damon. We saw Gaither on the mound last night too. So it's going to be a lot of back and forth of having to see who's pitching, who's going to be at the plate.
Damon does it all. Damon's been itching to get on that mound in the dugout. He's been, ever since he's really stopped playing first base every day, he's been like, hey coach, when am I going to get a chance to go on the mound? And he got his chance yesterday, and he had a really good outing, and it was great to see.
He did very well. A shutout 9th inning just to take care of business. And that one is going to be lifted, and that was going to be fair into left field over the third base's head. And that one is going to get all the way to the wall. A 1-out double for Damon Gaither. He jogs over to second base, and that's the way to get things started tonight. The second hit of the night for the Squatch. Teacher Appreciation Night here at the ballpark. We will be spending plenty of time throughout the game honoring the teachers, as we have plenty of them here. Cannot thank you enough for what you do every day during the school year. And you deserve a celebration every day. So here comes Dylan Ritchie, a great opportunity for an RBI. Dylan had 2 hits of his own last night, Sean, and we mentioned it. Dylan has been our closer for most of the season and a huge guy in save opportunities, but now he's trying his luck on the other end. And he has fared pretty well so far. His second game in the starting lineup all season, as he has officially reached his inning limit for the summer. That doesn't say anything about him, or there's nothing to be said about him not being able to bad at the plate here. So
Yeah, Richie seems to do everything. He's a master of all trades, and he hit the ball very well yesterday and even drew 2 walks and really just got on base, which is all you want from a baseball player.
a quick 2-0 count now. And Dylan with plenty of velocity on that fastball. That is his primary pitch when he is on the mound. And he says, that's really about all I throw. I just depend on it so much, and people still can't catch up to it sometimes. So we've seen that over and over again. But he has plenty of power in his bat as well. Sent a big fly ball. It was an eventual fly out, but all the way out to right field last night. It was very impressive. And then adding on the 2 hits and 2 walks as well. Might have a good pitch to hit here with the 3-0 count. We'll see if he has the green light. He holds off on it. That one is down the middle. Strike 1.
Yeah, Richie's been swinging the bat really well, Win. I mean, you didn't really expect it out of him. You really see your closing pitcher in right field, and you're like, oh, let's see what happens. But Richie really stood up to the plate yesterday and showed us that he can do it.
Sends it out of play over the concession stand. Count runs full now against Dokes. Cannot believe that we have played the Big Sticks 14 times this season. Started out with 6 games in a row for the first 2 series of the year, and now ending with a 5-game homestand and a 3-game set at home mixed in the middle to start the second half of play. So 14 altogether. And Dylan Ritchie going to take his walk over to first base. Runners on first and second, still 1 out. Bringing in Griffin Sheeran, who was the man of the hour last night in the 6th inning, as he cleared the bases with a huge double to put the Squatch up by 3. You'll have to see his bat turning around as well.
Oh, yeah, it's great to see Griffin out there contributing, playing good baseball. I mean, he's always a great energy guy in the dugout, and he always brings positivity to the ballpark, and he always brings a great arm out of the bullpen. But to see his bat wake up and to see him playing well in the field is just a great sight to see.
So Davis Carr in the on-deck circle, as he will be patrolling all areas of the field tonight. Now Dokes' 1-out pitch to Griff. That one is going to be taken low, ball 1.
I've talked to Griffin down in the dugout a few times, and I talked to him about how he's going to approach the game, playing honestly anything that coach asked him to, and he said, I just want to go out there and contribute and play some good baseball, and that's what he's done the last couple nights especially. So it's great to see Griffin out there and great to see him doing exactly what he wants to do, which is just contribute.
And you've seen his confidence rise as well as the confidence of the entire team. So it's basically, you're feeding off the energy of each other. And that is what the Sasquatch have done so well, and that is why we are on the verge of potentially sweeping the Big Sticks tonight in Game 5. The last 2 games maybe didn't have as many implications as the first 3 did of the series, but still, Squatch and Sticks enjoying their time in Game 5.
That's definitely something that you really want to see, and you love to see this team gaining come playoff time, is the confidence and just the energy in the dugout going up and up and up. Seeing this team gain the confidence to know that they can play the baseball at the high level they need to, right around the perfect time of the season to get it done.
And so much can be said about the players themselves. They are what makes it happen in the first place. They make the dream team. However, we have to give credit where credit is due to the amazing coaching and the win now mentality of head coach Jarrett Hunt and our man Anthony down there at the third base line, our assistant coach. They have been great.
Yeah, these new coaches came in. They came in pretty late in the season with a team that they really knew nothing about, and they came in and they bought into the system, and ever since then, it's been only uphill.
So that one inside. The Sasquatch ever so patient at the plate every single game, but we've seen a lot more ambushing, a lot more aggressiveness on the first pitches, which was something that they were seeming a bit more hesitant to do in the beginning of the season. But it seems that Coach Hunt has really lit a fire under him, telling him don't be worried about that one. That one's going to be swung on and hit way high over into left field, and Crater makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, definitely something that you see out of the Sasquatch team that has changed from the beginning of the season when they used to struggle is they're not taking as many first pitches anymore. They are going up to the plate with an attack now approach, and it's working very well for them, as we saw with Bryson Hoyer's first pitch home run the other day. They have gone up there with new approaches, and it's really worked out well for them, and I think it's played a huge role in the turnaround of this season for the Sasquatch.
And for both teams, we talk about how fun this one is. There's plenty of entertainment value to discuss. We'll have plenty of people in the booth throughout the game, as well as many appearances and a lot of places you might not expect for players on the field throughout the game. However, as fun as this one is, and even though this might not necessarily affect anything considering we're both in the postseason, there's a lot to take for each team. The Squatch looking to continue and keep the train a-rolling, keep that momentum in their favor. Do not want anything to go in favor for the Big Sticks, even a Game 5 win. Winning 1 out of 5. They want to take all 5. They're trying to be as greedy as possible. And the Big Sticks trying to get a win. After winning the first 5 of 6 against the Sasquatch to begin the year, they are now finding themselves in a threat of being swept to end the season. Oh, how the tables have turned.
Yeah, it's something you really love to see this team doing, is winning baseball games and competing at every given moment.
So Griffin, we talk about his aggressiveness, his maturity at the plate. It seems over the summer he has really just found his groove. Can we take a second, excuse me, to mention Davis Carr once more? We have to give the shout-outs as they have truly stepped up throughout the second half of the season. Davis Carr, as well as Bailey Bordas, Griffin, and seemingly just everyone in this Sasquatch dugout.
Yeah, especially talking about Davis. I mean, he's always been very tough behind the plate, takes some foul balls and some wild pitches, and it definitely stings him a little bit, but he's always been tough back there, and to see his bat wake up and see him producing offensively, it's great to see Davis step up like that. He is an X factor for the Sasquatch team behind the plate.
As that one is going to be taken low, and Davis is now going to help load the bases here in the bottom of the second. Carr was 3 for 5 last night. So now the lineup card rolls over for the first time. Moses Stokes facing off against Bryson Hoyer after striking him out there in the first inning.
Yeah, as we heard from Bailey Bordas the other day in the booth, it's all about confidence with your bat. Bailey struggled in the beginning of the year, and he had a couple great games that turned his confidence around, and he's been great ever since, and it's kind of the same thing with Davis Carr. Struggled a little bit early on, but he's found his groove at the plate, and he's seeing pitches really well.
So here we go. The 2-out pitch now to Bryson Hoyer. Bases loaded. Inside, ball 1.
Bryson's been a guy who's really stepped up big for the Sasquatch team towards the end of the season, losing Carson Green, who was our everyday center fielder for majority of the first half. Bryson stepped right into that role and has completely kept the train rolling in center field. He's going to rip that one just foul in left field, just in front of it.
Yep. He almost had just enough of it. It was hit hard, but just foul, unfortunately. And Bryson is quick to let you know that he is not trying to replace Carson. He's not trying to imitate anything of Carson, because Bryson is his own ball player, and he has proved that time and time again. Batting .283 in the leadoff spot. He is thriving just fine. That one's going to be inside again. Looked to be a breaking ball. Missed the zone. A 2-1 count. So, Sean, I guess this is technically your last lineup that you're going to have to post on the social media this season, right? Outside of maybe the playoffs tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll definitely be posting the playoff starting lineup, and that's going to retire the side. And the Sasquatch are going to strand 3 runners on base to end the second inning.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Sean. Headed to the top of the third. Squatch down 1-0 early.
Bookkeeping, located right here in Spearfish, is your go-to place for all of your bookkeeping needs. Serving Spearfish for over 2 years, we have over 30 years of bookkeeping experience and can take care of any office tasks, large or small. Contact us now to get in touch with one of our many experienced bookkeepers.
A beautiful day here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. Still 95 degrees. Sean, I think I'm starting to melt.
Yeah, it's hot out here. It's a great day for baseball, but that sun is definitely not letting up here at Black Hills Energy Stadium.
It tends to lay off eventually as the sun starts going down, but we still have about a good 45 minutes, I'd say, before that even starts to happen.
Well, hopefully we don't overheat up here in the booth.
But a great crowd still not minding the heat on Teacher Recognition Night to end with our regular season finale. Game 14 of 14 against the Sticks. And Badlands is currently up 1-0. Every Big Sticks hitter has seen Nathan Leininger to this point through the first two, which means that the leadoff hitter, Jake Brill, back for his second time tonight. It's going to be a quick delay, and we're about to get right back into things.
We've had some hot stretches here in South Dakota this year, but that does not stop these fans from showing up and supporting Sasquatch. It just shows how dedicated they are truly to this team.
Best fans in the Independence League, no doubt about it, as that is going to plunk Jake Brill. And he's able to turn his back, but still doesn't feel good, I am sure of it. Takes first base, a leadoff hit by pitch, bringing up Jaden Singleton, who is the culprit for absolutely demolishing a ball in the first inning. Sean, were you there to see that?
I was, and I was standing next to Colby Schiffer, one of our pitchers, and as soon as we heard the ball crack off the bat, we both knew something was going to happen. That ball was pieced, and it was a great hit. Unfortunately, it left the ballpark and gave the Big Six the lead. But Nathan Leininger really recovered well and has gone another inning without allowing another run.
And if anything, we've been able to see now what Singleton can do to a baseball. Luckily, it's in a Game 5. That doesn't really have any implications. But now we're able to pitch carefully. And more carefully, I guess, if we're not pitching carefully to him before, but especially headed into the playoffs in Game 1.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how Leininger really approaches him this time up after taking him yard first at bat.
A half-hearted swing gets past Singleton, strike 2. A runner on, nobody out for Nathan Leininger, number 35. Nathan came in a few weeks ago into Spearfish, all the way from Powell, Ohio, as he will be beginning his freshman year at the University of Toledo. Very excited to see everything that he is going to be able to do. This is his second start of the season and his 5th appearance altogether, as he is going to ring up Jaden Singleton, and he knew it. He heads back. He ran around the box and now heads back to the dugout as he punches out Singleton for out number 1. And now Derek Calvillo. Sean, you know that name. It lives rent-free in your mind, I'm sure.
Yeah, Calvillo's definitely been hitting the ball really well against the Sasquatch this season. He's also been the victim of some great Sasquatch infield defensive plays.
So now, the 1-out pitch to Bryson Hoyer. I didn't know that Bryson was able to catch. That was, if anybody in the Sasquatch defense that I would have chosen to be catching behind the plate, it was not going to be Bryson.
Yeah, I'm really shocked to see Bryson behind the plate, too, down there. I mean, I was down there pregame, and there was no rumbles on who was going to catch when Davis went out to the outfield.
But so far, he's did a great frame job on the punch-out of Singleton. He's doing quite all right, as that one finds the zone, strike 1. And now that brings up the reminder on Davis Carday. Where is he right now? Let's see. So he was just in center field and the top of the second. Now he is in left. I'm excited to see him on the infield. He's going to have a few hot shot plays just like that one. That one's going to be grounded over to Gabe for 1. Griffin the feed over to first for 2. So a 6-4-3 double play. Springer to Sheeran to Gaither. Takes care of business. Nathan Leininger gets out of it here in the top of the 3rd. Moving right along, headed to the bottom of the inning. Squatch looking to claw right back.
New games every month at the Lodge. We are constantly updating our gaming floor with the latest fun games to keep our guests entertained with new games every month. For the freshest selection of slot machines in town, make the Lodge at Deadwood your gaming destination. The locals' choice for gaming excitement with the newest games is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
So a double play courtesy of the new man over at second base, Griffin Sheeran, with that cannon of an arm, fired over to Damon Gaither. As the big sticks were retired in the top of the third inning, Nathan Leininger gets out of it. He's only allowed 1 run and 2 hits to this point. And his second and third frames have been clean.
Win, I can't help but point out that it is 91 degrees here in Spearfish, South Dakota at 7:25 in the afternoon, technically. How do you not die up here every single game with the sun glaring directly into your face?
I've gotten accustomed to it, Sean. I am part of the sun now. So realistically, it's just part of it. The summer heat, it is tough to bear at times, but you get used to it. Have you not gotten used to it yet?
I am not used to it. I am sweating bullets over here, but it's all right because it's all part of the job.
So on a normal game day, Sean, our social media intern with us in the booth for the season finale, where are you usually at this point in the game? As that is going to be a 4-pitch walk to Gabe Springer, and now Ryan Bachman getting ready to make the big sticks pay.
Yeah, usually during this time in a normal game, I'm usually wandering around, but I tend to be by the dugout really trying to talk to the guys and working a dugout cam that you see sometimes on the stream, and really I'm down there, and it's pretty shaded down there. There's a couple spots where I can definitely find the shade and be cool, but up here, the sun, I don't know how you do it, Win. I give you props for that.
Well, thank you. Our fan is broken right now, so we are all just sweating bullets, but that is part of it, the dry summer here in South Dakota. But Sean Massa can be taken and given the credit for all of the dugout cam footage that you see throughout every single game. And that is why you have so many stories of these players, isn't it? Because you were down there every single second, all the players asking for the camera, and you're giving it to them, but they're always able to tell you updates on how the game's going, what's been going on. So a great inside source here in the booth with us right now.
Yeah, those guys down there, they love the camera. They love being involved. The pitchers, they really like grabbing the camera from me and saying, hey, put me on, put me on, put me on. And I'm like, it's not my choice, man. And I signal up the Patty. I'm like, hey, these guys want to be on the camera, and sometimes he puts them on, sometimes he doesn't, but they definitely love it, and they tell me some interesting stories, and I hear some very interesting stuff down there, and it's definitely given me some things that I could talk about with these guys.
So Sean Massa headed into his sophomore year at Madonna University in Detroit, Michigan. That is his hometown. So, Sean, are you not used to this 91-degree heat in Michigan?
There's definitely some spells in Michigan where you have this heat, but it is not dry heat like you get here in Spearfish, South Dakota. It is very humid, and it is much different.
This is humid to you?
This is not that humid to me.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad, because being from Georgia, all it is muggy, humid. It feels horrible every second of the day. I will take dry heat over humidity any day of the week.
Most definitely.
In fact, if I could probably check the Georgia weather, if we had to check seeing how it's going in the south right now, probably doesn't feel too great. Yeah, the high was 91 today, but it is all humidity there, I'm sure.
Bachman seems to have a little trouble at the plate. Looks like he's readjusting his gloves, trying to get the Sasquatch on the board here potentially if he can hit a gap, or Gabe Springer has some speed and could definitely make it home.
Ryan's not used to any sort of humidity as he is a South Dakota native from Rapid City, only about 45 minutes from Spearfish.
Yeah, the guys down there love giving Ryan, they love hassling him about being the hometown hero. Even though he's from nearly an hour away, they still call him the hometown hero.
Yeah, technically Gage Crotch should earn those honors, right? From
Yeah,
Belle
Gage is
Fourche.
from 15 minutes down the road. I don't know why he's not considered the hometown hero. I guess they just like telling Ryan it's him. And Ryan embraces it, and it's just kind of become his staple.
And obviously just the hero of the Sasquatch, as he came here last year and has since been the vocal leader of the team this season.
Yeah, Ryan's definitely taken on a leadership role, especially this season with this pretty young Sasquatch team, especially early on in the season.
And I was speaking with owner and general manager Eric Schmidt, who will be joining us in the booth later on tonight. And he said something about Ryan the other day, saying Ryan would come back every single summer for the rest of his life if he had the opportunity. And that is something that you love about him. He is dedicated to the Sasquatch.
Yeah, Ryan loves it here. He definitely loves playing baseball in front of these fans. And I think Ryan really wants to be. That one's hit very high up in the air. And it's going to stay in and be caught by Derek Calvillo to retire Ryan Bachman and get one out in this inning.
What a snag from Calvillo, able to get it right against the protective netting for out number one. An underhanded catch, but just kind of held it like a basket, made it right there and able to corral it. Ryan Bachman retired. And here comes Bailey Bordas, one of the biggest power hitters in this Sasquatch lineup, batting cleanup. And you would not expect him any other place in this order right now.
No, definitely not. With the way Bailey's been seeing the ball and barreling the baseball into the gaps, you definitely love to see him in a spot where his power can be utilized.
So now, Dokes' one-out pitch on the way to Bordas. And that one just on the edge of the plate, able to find the zone, strike one. An even matchup between both of these teams as they have been fighting atop the division all season. The 0-1 to Bordas, inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Squatch are hitting .272 at the plate collectively as a unit, while the Sticks are hitting .271. We have the upper hand.
Can't get much more even than that win. These two teams, definitely you could tell from the start of the season, especially being a mere 3 to 4 hours apart from each other in location, you could tell that they were going to be a rivalry, and it has lived up to expectations. All these games are very intense, and these players definitely love playing against each other.
Plenty of talent on both rosters, and that is what makes these games so fun to watch. So now the 2-1 count from Dokes to Bordas, and that was going to be up high, ball 3. So Sean, will you be making the trip over to Dickinson, North Dakota for games 2 and 3 if game 3 is necessary?
I do not plan on making the trip, but if the other interns and you guys decide that you guys want to make the trip, I am more than happy to join along. Just I do not want to go up there alone because I feel like I will be pretty bored in the time the game is not being played.
No, Dickinson's actually a pretty fun place. I was able to go for the first series of the year and able to sit in the booth with the play-by-play broadcaster for the Sticks, Luke Stera. Got to learn the ropes there and had a good time. A great stadium. One of the nicest in the Independence League if I had an opinion of my own, which I do. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from guys who have played there. They say the stadium's really nice and it's well maintained and just a fun place to be in, a great atmosphere.
Definitely one of my top places if I had to choose a spot outside of course, our hometown Black Hills Energy Stadium. Cannot get any better view than the beautiful Crow Peak Mountains just behind center field.
Oh yeah, those mountains definitely make for some beautiful scenery here when you're playing a baseball game. I can't imagine what it's like standing in that box and looking at the batter's eye and seeing Crow Peak Mountain right behind it.
So now a 3-2 count to Bailey. We'll see what Moses tries to throw. The payoff pitch, and that one is going to be grounded fair to third base. The throw over to second for 1, and the throw to first not in time. So Bailey Bordas stays over at first base. Now 2 outs after Gabe Springer out over at the force out at second base. So 2 outs for Gage Crott as he looks to continue the inning and get the Squatch their first run of the night. This is a bit uncharacteristic. Moses Dokes has done a great job on the mound so far, and the Squatch, who are usually the commanders of the first 3 innings of play, have yet to get a run tonight.
Yeah, the Squatch definitely are struggling to start this game offensively, and it's not characteristic at all for them, as they have historically started out games hot and seem to slow down as the game goes on. But it's not the case today, and you have to see how they react.
But nothing to be concerned about, as the Squatch are really resting up and gearing up for game 1 tomorrow. Tonight is more of a bit of just finishing out the regular season, trying to get done and focus on the postseason. The Big Sticks doing much of the same.
Yeah, the Sasquatch are really looking forward to the postseason. The guys down there, that's all they wanted to do coming in this series, is they said, we want to play some playoff baseball. And they did it. They won their 3 games they had to clinch a playoff spot against these Big Sticks, and they had a lot of energy going into it, and they set a goal and said, we're going to make the playoffs, and they accomplished that goal.
So the 0-1, that one is going to be lifted and right out into right field. That one's going to drop. Runners on first and second now. Jake Brill did a great job making sure not to overrun that ball. Kept it in front of him because he knew that it was going to get down. Gage Crott puts it in play. It pays off. So here comes Damon Gaither. Love to see one of those home runs that he's hit this year.
Yeah, talking about Gage, I mean, Gage is just a player that does anything you ask him to do, whether it's, hey, go play in the outfield, we need you on the mound, and there's even been some situations where he may not have been in the lineup, but Coach Hunt has looked at him in crucial situations in the bottom of the 9th inning here at Black Hills Energy Stadium and said, we need you to pinch run and get that winning run. And he's been the winning run scored 2 games.
Oh, yeah.
And he has definitely embraced the do-it-all role. And it's great to have guys like that on your lineup, guys who are just willing to do anything it takes to win baseball games.
Cannot emphasize the importance that Gage Crott has been as a utility player for the Squatch this season. The first pitch to Gaither, that was going to be over his head, and runners are both going to advance on the wild pitch against the backstop. So now, both in scoring position, 2 out still. If Damon is able to put one in play and get one to drop, both runs could potentially score.
Yeah, if he can hit a ball well, and hit a ball well and get it to drop in the outfield, Gage Crott, who's going to be taken off on contact with 2 outs here, will most likely score, as Gage has proved that he is a fast player.
So Moses Dokes has pitched 2 shutout innings, as that one is going to be lifted out towards left field. Let's see if it drops. It does. One gets down. That's going to be over the left fielder's head. He's racing over to the track. 2 runs scored. It's a 2-1 ball game. Damon Gaither halts over at second base. The 4th hit of the night, and now 2 runs for the Sasquatch.
As we were talking about the pitch before, seems like we're kind of psychic up here in the booth. We were saying, Damon, all he's got to do is get one to drop, and the speed of Crott on second will advance and score the second run, and that's exactly what just happened, as the Big Sticks are going to have a mound visit here, and you got to wonder, what are they going to talk about up there? Is it time to change pitchers?
I guess only time will tell. We will see if he gives the ball to head coach Cam Johnson. And as of right now, Sean, I'm not going to say anything because I've gotten plenty of things wrong. Moses Dokes, that will be the end of the line for him. They are going to someone out of the Big Sticks pin. But I've made a few predictions during my time in the booth. I like to take credit for that. I think I've been right a couple of times. Even though I didn't necessarily predict that, I just said that was more of a wish. I was hoping that Damon could do that, and he did. So a 2-1 ball game here as the new man on the mound is stepping in. That will be the end of the day for Dokes. He pitched 2 shutout innings against the Squatch and struck out 2 hitters in the beginning of this series just 3 games ago. But he leaves in a 2-1 deficit, courtesy of Damon Gaither. So as they're getting their warm-up pitches, we will be right back with you in just a few minutes. 2 runs for the Squatch crossing the bottom of the 3rd. That's more like it. Squatch looking to add on in just a few moments. Back here in the bottom of the third, it appears the Big Sticks have just made a, not a double switch, a triple switch. As Jake Brill has moved over to third base. Moses Stokes takes over in right field after just being on the mound. And Alex Erlob now pitching for the Big Sticks. So the Sticks electing to go to their position players early, saving their bullpen for tomorrow's game. And we will be seeing plenty of that from the Sasquatch later on tonight. But so far, Nathan Leininger doing quite a great job. 3 innings, only giving up 2 hits and 1 run to this point, striking out 3 Sticks hitters. And Damon Gaither just a few minutes ago lined one into left field and scored both Bailey Bordas and I believe it was Ryan Bachman. Yeah, it was Ryan who was 1 for 2 tonight so far. Scored both of them, and he now stands over at second base. So make Damon's night 2 for 2.
Yeah, as we were talking about before we went to break there, Damon managed to put one just down in the outfield in the speed of Gage Crotch, scored the second run from second base, and I had no doubt that Damon was going to be able to come up big there. And that's a called third strike on Richie. Yeah, that's his first strikeout of the season. That's going to end the inning and stop the Sasquatch from potentially adding another run with Gaither standing a second.
Yeah, so that one clamps the strike zone. Dylan Ritchie out on luck as he is frozen. And Alex Erlob comes in and retires the side in his first batter of the night. Headed to the top of the fourth. Squatch pulled across 2. It is a 2-1 ball game. And Nathan Leininger coming out and looking to keep this lead. A fun night all around. We'll have plenty more to talk about in just a few moments.
When you venture to Spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a Spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
Somewhere. Going higher, faster, farther. Going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
Here in the fourth inning, the Sasquatch just pulled across 2 of their own and now hold a lead as they are trying to win game 5 of 5. They've already won the first 4, looking to break out the brooms here tonight. With a huge 5-game series sweep, if that is in the cards, Nathan Leininger doing everything he can to make that happen. So
Win, I can't help it. Notice you haven't pointed out yet, where is our friend Davis Carr?
Yeah, it's like, where's Waldo except where's Carr? He's over there in right field now after just playing left last inning. So the 4th inning, the 4th position played, as he will be playing all 9 spots on the field. I'm not really sure how this came into fruition, but I think Davis has been wanting to do this for quite a while.
Yeah, Davis has definitely been itching down the dugout to do something like this during a game, and Coach Hunt looked at him and said, hey, if we clinch the playoffs, you can do it. And that's exactly what the Squatch went out and did.
So no one more of a proponent of making the playoffs than Davis Carr, as that one's going to be swung on and shot like a rocket into right field. That is going to be a leadoff hit for Daniel Rogers to get things started here. And that is going to bring up Sean D., the third baseman. At least we think it is, but now it appears that it is going to be someone else. Both teams are going to be running all around their lineup card tonight. Oh, well, you look who it is. It's Shane Sinclair. He was the starting pitcher for the Big Sticks last night in Game 4. As that one gets away from Bryson Hoyer, who is catching. This is a fever dream. Sean, I don't really know what's going on right now. There's so much going on. The starting pitcher last night for the Big Sticks out of the pen. Now pinch hitting. Our center fielder turned catcher behind the plate. Davis Carr in right field. Everything is happening all at once.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you knew coming into this game that it was going to be a very unorthodox game. And you see all these things happening, and it still catches you by surprise to see stuff like this happen where starting pitcher is up the bat, you got a center fielder behind home plate, and you got a guy who's making a tour out there on the field in Davis Carr.
So the second pitch in a row outside of the zone. Good stop there from Bryson. He must have caught at some point in a past life. I don't know how long ago it must have been. Maybe in middle school or high school or something, but he's doing quite a good job at the dish.
Yeah, Bryson definitely looks comfortable back there. He doesn't look like he's completely clueless on the position. So that's always good to see and always good to have a guy like that.
So Leininger testing a fellow pitcher here in Shane Sinclair. Blew him right past with a fastball.
And Leininger can't take this pitcher lightly because as we've seen from our very own Dylan Ritchie, pitchers can hit the ball.
Yeah, pitchers can rake, especially here in summer ball. They just get this boost of confidence and hit all over the place. So now Nathan's 2-1 to Shane. Just outside, ball 3. So, Daniel Rodgers over at second base after the wild pitch a few moments ago. A 3-1 count. Nathan looking to fire back here, wants to keep this a one-run ball game. And that one is going to be grounded over to Griffin Sheeran. He makes the throw to first for out number 2. Daniel Rodgers advances to third. But a huge, big out there.
Yeah, having a player like Griffin over there at second today, Griffin can do a lot of things. I mean, he's kind of like the do-it-all player. He can play anywhere in the infield, really, as we've seen. We've put him in the outfield before. He comes out of the bullpen and strikes out batters. So it's great to have guys like that all over the place and guys who are so willing to just jump around and do whatever their coach and their team needs them to do.
Absolutely. As it appears Alex Erlob still in. Erlob, who is now the pitcher for the Big Sticks, just retired Dylan Ritchie a few moments ago via punch-out and is now at the plate once more. I feel bad for our statistician man in the booth, Trevor Schreiner, who is having to deal with a lot of changes tonight. That one's going to be grounded softly. One run's going to score. Gabe Springer making the throw over to first for out number 2. Daniel Rodgers crosses home plate. It is now a tied ball game, but great job from Leininger to recover and able to have back-to-back ground balls for outs.
Yeah, unfortunately that run does score, but worse things could have came out of that situation with the leadoff single. So great to see Nathan really forget about the runner and just focus on getting the ball hit to his infielders and letting his defense help him.
So now another pitcher-pitcher matchup, even though Moses Dokes is now in right field. Folks, I just promise you, please hang with me. There is going to be a lot of positions tonight, a lot of confusion, but just go with it. A lot of fun here in the last game of the regular season. The 14th time that both the Squatch and the Sticks have faced off with each other. And now Leininger pitching to Dokes as that one is going to be hit directly to Davis Carr in right field. There we go, Davis, utilizing the position perfectly. He looks like a natural out there in right field, as we'll be seeing him coming into the infield and working his way around on Davis Carr Day here at the park. So a 2-2 ball game as the Big Sticks are able to score one runner. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Squatch looking to break the tie. I'm here alongside Sean Massa, having a good time here in the last game. It is a 2-2 ball game. You're watching Squatch Baseball.
I wanna
Right.
Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
To the bottom of the fourth we go, the bottom third of the Sasquatch order, starting out with Griffin Sheeran, who's batting 8th, followed by the man of the day, Davis Carr. Both the 8 and 9 hitters here have been catching fire, to say the least. That one is going to be fired inside, ball 1. Alex Erlob on the mound. Started out the night over at second base, but I feel like we are just going to be at a completely different outfield and infield than what we started with tonight. We already have had about 5 position changes for each team.
Yeah, as you were talking about, Win, all these position changes must be really fun on our statistician, Trevor Schreiner, but I think Trevor's up for the challenge. It's going to keep him busy and keep him honest in today's game.
I think Trevor's already busy after the big cut there from Griffin. He looks exhausted. We're only in the 4th inning, Trevor. Get excited. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, these long home stretches definitely take a toll on everyone, and I mean, that's okay. Tomorrow, it will be the 6th straight game, and that is mentally exhausting on everyone involved, but it's playoff baseball time, and that's definitely going to bring a new energy to this ballpark.
And as much as there's competition between these two teams, a bitter rivalry, but they are still having fun. Remembering it is summer ball, there is always going to be something going on, and that is why this game is so entertaining tonight. Not really any implications outside of pride and momentum headed into the playoffs tomorrow, but still both teams going at it hard. A 3-2 count now to Griff.
Griff was telling me earlier, he loves full counts. He likes being in situations where he can just let loose and really create damage, and he's going to foul that one high, and that's going to exit the ballpark and give Griffin another full count pitch to attack. You know, Win, I just love hearing the foul ball sound. That's your voice talking about our foul ball sponsor, Jody Garcia. I love when they play it. All of a sudden I just hear Win Andrews' voice all throughout the ballpark, and it's just a great thing to hear.
Yeah, it is not one of my personal favorites. I tend to mute it out every single time I hear it. So that is going to be a leadoff walk to start the night. I don't like hearing my own voice. That is the irony of broadcasting right here, right now. But that is okay. I will get over myself. Here comes Davis Carr, batting 9th.
Yeah, Davis, I mean, it's the Davis Carr day, so we'll see what he can do at the plate here when Griffin Sheeran gets the leadoff walk, and Davis definitely has a chance to advance Griffin and help the Squatch add some insurance runs and retake the lead that the Big Sticks took away from them.
So, Sean, we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We have still a game left here, but we just can't help but think about the postseason. How important is it to have game 1 here at the game here for the playoffs tomorrow here at what did I just ask you? Sorry, I'm all over the place today. How important is it to have game 1 of the playoffs here at Black Hills Energy Stadium? How hard was that?
Oh, it's definitely a blast. It's going to be really fun here. These fans are going to be loud. They have been waiting for playoff baseball all season, and they have had faith in their Sasquatch to clinch the playoff spot. And having game 1 here and hopefully taking a victory, that ball is weakly grounded to the first baseman. He's going to bobble it, and that's going to allow Griffin to reach second. Carr will be retired at first, but Griffin moves into scoring position with 1 out.
Yeah, it would have been an extremely close play if the first baseman even thought about trying to turn 2. But the bobble ensures that he's only going to be able to step on the first base bag. Runner on second base in Griff. And now the lineup card starting over once more. Bryson Hoyer looking to get the inning going and hopefully break this tie. It is a 2-2 ball game, and the Squatch and the Sticks have exchanged a couple of runs here and there.
It's not often you see your catcher hitting in the leadoff spot, but today's a crazy day, and Bryson is hitting in the leadoff spot as he is also behind the plate.
And we cannot forget he is also our everyday center fielder. Man, what a wacky day it is. The end of the summer season always poses plenty of surprises.
Well, we can touch back on how important is it to have game 1 here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. And it's just really important to Sasquatch being here for game one with their fans here cheering them on. Definitely is going to help them attempt to win game one and go back to Dickinson and try to close out the series. It's definitely important to have game one here, and hopefully the home crowd can carry them to a victory and give them the ability to go to Dickinson and shut this one out and advance to the championship.
Good word, as that one is going to be lifted into left field. We will see Crater carrying on and making the catch for out number 2. So Bryson Hoyer is retired, and that's going to bring up Gabe Springer again. Yesterday was just a crazy game. It was a bullpen game between both teams, as the Sasquatch used 5 different pitchers throughout the game. Gage Kraut starting things off. Joey Womble went 2 2/3. Really ate up a big portion of game 4, with Hunter Pauly falling for 2 1/3. Jack Hostetler going in 1 2/3, including a very scary 8th inning, where he was able to strike out 2 big stick batters back to back in a really big spot. And then Damon Gaither closing out the 9th, striking out 2 in the process. So could not complain whatsoever. These guys were able to come out of the pen with Jack Hostetler and Hunter Pauly both being starting guys in the rotation, keeping their arms warm, getting ready for the playoffs so they don't have to sit in the dugout for too long. Could not have utilized the bullpen any better if I was head coach Jarrett Hunt.
Yeah, it's always great to keep your pitchers warm, and it's been a while since Hostetler started a game, so getting them in for 1 2/3 innings yesterday and getting them throwing the ball in the game situation was definitely going to help him out and keep him warm for when he's needed in the postseason. Springer's going to ground that into right field. Griffin Sheeran's going to round third. Griffin Sheeran is going to be safe at home, and the Sasquatch regain the lead 3-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning, courtesy of Gabe Springer.
There we go, Sean. A great call there. A 1-run lead for the Squatch. And here comes Ryan again.
It's almost like Gabe Springer just has a knack for making big plays for this Sasquatch team all season, including against this Big Sticks team who Gabe Springer, the name Gabe Springer and the man probably rings nightmares in their head, going back to when he hit a game-tying game-closing grand slam on them into left field. Really helped the Sasquatch recover from being down 6-1 in that game.
Yeah, able to close that gap and make it 6-5. One of really, honestly, the moment that I say was a catalyst to really get the Squatch season going, because ever since then, they found their momentum and just did not take their foot off the gas.
Yeah, Gabe's had a knack all year for really changing the momentum of this offense, and when this offense is cold and not playing well, Gabe has been there to really awaken the dugout and get these boys rolling.
Well, Sean, if we're being honest, let's not act as if Gabe is not just a natural baseball player from head to toe.
Oh yeah, Gabe's just a ball player out there. I mean, he takes everything so seriously, and he's so locked in every game, and he actually journals every at-bat down the dugout, writing down what he sees, and I think that really helps him become the hitter he is.
Oh,
and
yeah.
has helped him recover from a decently slow start to the season and become the player he is today.
I talked to him in the dugout during the Casper Horsehead series just last week, and he said that writing in those journals and being able to capture each at-bat really helped him get his patience underway at the plate, helped him recover after maybe getting an out, but at the same time just helping him remember how far he's come throughout his journey. And right after Bryson Hoyer saw what Gabe was doing, he caught on and got a journal for himself, started writing notes. So Gabe, even though he's a bit quiet, able to still be a silent leader on this team.
Yeah, Gabe definitely started the season pretty quiet in the dugout. He wasn't the most vocal guy, but as the season's gone on and his confidence at the plate and in the field has gone higher, he's become more of a vocal leader for this Sasquatch team. As so young, Ryan Bachman's going to line that into center field. Unfortunately, the Big Six center fielder is in the perfect position to retire the Sasquatch in the bottom of the 4th. But the Sasquatch do take the 3-2 lead courtesy of a Gabe Springer RBI single to right field.
So Sean Massa, our social media guy, now turned a natural broadcaster here in Game 57. Sean, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We were going to let you go, but we thank you for being here. You've made some great calls, and you have provided some great insight here. I know that Sasquatch Nation appreciates you.
Thank you so much for having me, Win. It's been a pleasure.
And I'll see you in just a few minutes. Probably you'll be in the booth with us the rest of the game either way, but we have a special guest headed with us in the top of the 5th in just a few moments. Squatch on top once more, 3-2. Be right back with you.
New games every month at the Lodge. We are constantly updating our gaming floor with the latest fun games to keep our guests entertained with new games every month. For the freshest selection of slot machines in town, make the Lodge at Deadwood your gaming destination. The locals' choice for gaming excitement with the newest games is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
When you venture to spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
So the 8-9-1 hitters now due up for the big stakes after the Squatch have struck back and now hold a 3-2 lead. So Nathan Leininger back out for another opportunity. He wants the win tonight. He is going deep into tonight's game. That is his plan. Already in the 5th inning, we are moving right along. I am Win Andrews, voice of the Sasquatch. As we just said goodbye to our social media intern, he joined us for a few innings and provided some very great analysis here in the last game of the regular season. So thank you, Sean Massa, for that. We have plenty of guests in the booth tonight. And with that being said, we're about to welcome on our next guest. I mentioned it last night, as that one's going to be lifted high out towards right field. Dylan Ritchie gets under it, able to make the play for out number 1. So Kobe Krins heads back to the dugout, and that'll bring up Campbell Crater once more with Jake Brill on deck. But right now in the booth, a busy man, the busiest, I would have to say, maybe in Spearfish, as he is running a very well-run organization so far this summer and now standing in the last game of the regular season. Owner and general manager of the Spearfish Sasquatch, it is an honor and my pleasure to introduce Mr. Eric Schmidt. Eric, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How you doing, Win?
I cannot wait to have you in the booth. I'm so excited. I've been looking forward to this all day. How busy have you been down around the park so far tonight?
It's been a pretty good night. It's not a huge crowd, but it's enough to keep me running. So breaking a little bit of a sweat out there. It's warm, and it's just fun to see everybody filling the park on this last regular season night.
It's warm. 95 degrees. It's warm. I was burning up earlier. I feel like you'd be sweating all. I mean, it would be tough to be down there. At least we have a bit of a fan working here, and now at least the sun is starting to go down here on game 57 of the year. But we had a great turnout last night, being able to have fireworks night, our last of the season. An amazing turnout and really just amazing numbers all throughout these 5 games of the series. Would you care to elaborate on that?
Yeah, Spearfish always shows up as the summer progresses. You know, the kids get done with their youth sports. It gives families more time to come out to the ballpark. We do a lot of flex ticket promotions, and if they don't use them by the end of the year, they go to waste. So we really encourage everybody to come out, see us. And we had 2 of our biggest crowds in franchise history just in the last 4 days. So it's been just incredible.
And it definitely helps when you have a team winning like the Sasquatch are. We were talking about it just yesterday. The Sasquatch starting out their season 5-16. And I remember back in that time, you just sitting there with a smile and saying, I feel pretty good about our chances. And honestly, in my head, I thought, man, this guy's crazy. I'm not really sure what he's thinking right now. But lo and behold, Eric Schmidt knows better than I do. A 5-16 record to start things out. But the Sasquatch ended the regular season coming into tonight with a 23-11 record since then. So, Eric, how are you feeling going into the playoffs, and what does this say about the winning ways of the Sasquatch this season?
Yeah, I mean, when we got off to that slow start, it was, you know, everybody kind of had their heads down, but I knew the guys we had coming in later. I knew we would be able to help our pitching staff, help our coaches make changes when they needed to instead of when they had to, or when they wanted to instead of when they just were forced to. And I was just really excited to get those guys in, and I knew they would click. We had some veterans coming in that I knew would be good guys in the dugout, and we would get rolling. That coupled with our second half schedule, our travel was a lot lighter, and I knew light travel means better baseball for our guys. They're a lot less fatigued, and yeah, I knew it was coming. It was just a matter of time.
And patience is the name of the game, as the Sasquatch were able to catch up and now sit with the best record here in the second half of play, which puts us with Game 1 of the divisional playoffs starting tomorrow at home, and we hope to see you there. So while there is a mound visit between Nathan Leininger and Coach Hunt, that is going to be the end of the night for Nathan. But, well, what a gutsy outing for him so far tonight, firing back after a tough outing just a couple of nights ago. He played against the Big Sticks to begin the series and only went a third of an inning before being replaced. But tonight he was able to go a pretty big distance in terms of innings, going 4 2/3 here in the top of the fifth, only giving up 2 runs on 4 hits. We will take that any day of the week, and Nathan doing a great job tonight. So as he gives way to Gavin Van Horn, who'll have a few warm-up pitches, we'll be back in our conversation with Eric right now. So if you had to say anything going into Game 1 tomorrow, what are you most excited for?
I'm excited for our team and everybody, the guys in the dugout, our interns, our staff. We worked our butts off all year long to get there, and the hard work's paying off now. Our guys in the dugout, their confidence is sky high right now. We're playing some really good baseball against a good team from Badlands, and I think going into it, they're feeling pretty confident about things, as am I.
So with Gavin Van Horn still warming up, we are just discussing the playoffs in the booth with owner and general manager Eric Schmidt. If anyone is trying to figure out how to get tickets to tomorrow's matchup, what would you say? Because I know a few people have asked me in the booth tonight, and I'd like to broadcast this over air for once and for all.
Yeah, so easiest way is just to go to spearfishsasquatch.com, click purchase tickets. You'll find them right there. That way you have them, you have them, and you don't get here and we're sold out, or you don't have to get here and wait in line. But we will be selling them at the gate. If anybody's around and they want to stop out tonight, we have them for sale right now here at the ballpark, or just show up about 4:30, 5 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll be ready to sell them then.
As we are about to be ready with Bryson Hoyer still catching behind the plate. What a wacky night it has been, Eric. Have you been catching up with everybody and all these different position changes on the field tonight so far?
Yeah, no, I honestly haven't been able to pay a lot of attention on the field. I know Davis is attempting to play all 9 positions throughout 9 innings. We also have a special treat coming up later that I'm excited about with one of our interns from this summer, just begging me to get in that bat this year. And I finally caved and signed him to a 1-day contract. So we're going to get Simon Ono in a bat later this game, and we'll see how he does. It should be fun to watch.
I have yet to reveal that, but you have just said it right now. Simon Ono, our baseball operations intern, is going to be getting an official at-bat against the Badlands Big Sticks here in the last game of the season. It is going to be fun. We're very excited. And, props to you, Eric, being able to just let him sign that contract and just go into it tonight. He has been so excited, and it's been all he's talked about all day. So he is ready for it.
Yeah, I think it's all he's talked about all summer.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, this happened in the first week of everything, starting with the internship. I remember saying, "So am I going to get any reps at any point in the season?" You're like, "Well, we'll see." But now the perfect opportunity here with both teams clinching the playoffs, and now finishing out the last game tonight. Jaden Singleton now up against Gavin Van Horn with 2 outs and a runner on first base. So Eric, run me through sort of what you've been doing around the park on a day-to-day basis, every home game. What are your responsibilities? You've mentioned before you're a bit of a one-man show sometimes on game days outside of interns working in the concessions people. What are you doing every inning?
I'm just bouncing around. Most people that see me here see me standing for about 2 seconds talking to somebody and then going on to the next, just making sure, everything's going efficiently and smoothly, and if it's not, stepping in and helping where I can. When everything is going great, I actually do have time to, come up here or to visit with some of our fans or sponsors that are in attendance, and those are really fun nights for me because I actually do get to just sit and breathe a little bit. But I like to hustle too. I like to run around and see everything that's going on. Is that one's just to fly out the right.
There we go. That was a great call, as that is going to
right.
end the inning. Here in the top of the 5th, Gavin Van Horn comes in and is able to close the book for Nathan Leininger, as it is still a 3-2 ball game headed to the bottom of the 5th. Squatch looking to add on. We have owner and general manager Eric Schmidt with us in the booth. We know you have a lot of things to get to, but one more question for you before the next inning starts. Your second full season as owner and general manager of the Squatch. Name one thing, your favorite memory that you've had to this point in time. What has been the most special to you in this organization?
You know, I think it happened a couple weeks ago when Johnny McHenry pulled me aside to let me know he got signed by the Nationals. Just to be able to share that moment with him and literally be the second person that he told was something I'll always, you know, hold dear and close to me, because I've known Johnny for a while and his family, and for them to be in attendance that day as well, and just to be part of that moment was something cool.
Johnny McHenry now joining the Nationals organization after signing with them just a little over a week ago, I'd have to say, to this point. Time is flying by here this summer, but Eric, that is a great story. And you know, after Johnny was joining us last summer started out and then came back this year, really just is a testament to how special of a place Spearfish is and a great organization like the Sasquatch. So Eric Schmidt, thank you so much for being with us. That is a great way to end things tonight, and we wish Johnny the best of luck as he is now in Florida getting ready for everything to begin the season. So Eric, thank you so much. We know you have a lot to get to, but we will see you later on tonight.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me, Win, and it's been a pleasure having you all here all summer long. You do a great job for us.
Well, thank you. Anything else you'd like to add before we head to the break?
No, just go Squatch, and if you're listening and able to join us tomorrow night, I hope to see you in person.
Go Sasquatch. Hope you will be here with us tomorrow to see owner and general manager Eric Schmidt. We'll have a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with you in just a few.
I want to shout out to the world so they know my sweet baby loves me so. She got me going, yeah, she turns me on. She loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind.
Hey, nice break.
Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
Bailey Bordas leading us off here in the bottom of the 5th. As we have made our first bullpen move of the night, Nathan Leininger went 4 2/3 innings, giving up 2 runs and 4 hits. A solid start to the night for the Sasquatch here in Game 5. As Gavin Van Horn got the final out to retire the side. And now we will see what Bailey can do. It is a 3-2 ball game. Squatch looking to add on because they know a little insurance will never hurt against a team like the Big Sticks. That one finds the zone, a 1-1 count. It has been a very productive night so far at the ballpark. A lot of unpredictable things going on, a lot of crazy position changes as everyone is trying to get their reps, but also get some rest headed into Game 1 tomorrow. We've had our social media man, Sean Massa, commentate with us and be able to provide some great analysis of the Sasquatch players. And then we just spoke with owner and general manager Eric Schmidt, as he is very excited, getting ready for tomorrow's Game 1 here at home. So we do encourage you, if you are in the Spearfish area or just want to come to the playoffs in general, tickets are on sale and they are live right now on the Spearfish Sasquatch website. There are still limited tickets available. We hope that you are able to make it. We will take all the home support we can get because it is the fans, naturally, at the end of every win that make the Squatch heat up in the first place. And that is going to be a leadoff walk for Bailey Bordas. A great eye there from Bailey. And here comes Gage once more.
Now betting for the Sasquatch, his favorite class is
So we failed to mention it a few minutes ago, but Davis Carr, considering it is his day to play all 9 positions, has played all positions in the outfield, as well as catching behind the plate, which is his primary spot. And I think we saw him at second base. Is that right, Patrick? I'm trying to remember if it was second base or third. We knew he was on the left side of the infield. Shortstop. Okay. So never mind. Couldn't remember if he was on the left or right side of second base. But Davis Carr just playing shortstop, his 5th position of the night. So now, count runs 1-1. And here we go, another position change as someone has come out of the pen for the Big Sticks. They will have guys warming up for the remainder of tonight's game. As it is Justin Butz who is on the mound. We've seen him before as well. Gage Crott lifted that one foul out of play into the Sasquatch bullpen. There is no one up and working. Gavin Van Horn is going to be able to pitch hopefully at least a couple more innings throughout the middle innings of tonight's game. We've already seen him make a couple of appearances throughout this 5-game set. So now Butz's pitch on the way, the 1-2 to Gage. Fastball, high and outside. A 2-2 count. So for the Big Sticks tonight, Moses Stokes starting things out, going 2 2/3, giving up 2 earned, followed by Alex Erlob going 1 1/3, giving up a run of his own as that one was going to be hit out towards right field. A high fly ball. And Moses Stokes able to make the catch in right field, heads back. Out number 1, and here steps Damon Gaither, who is 2 for 2 on the night. Why not add on hit number 3 while we're at it? It's 8:17 here at the ballpark. Here in our final game of the regular season. Cannot believe it has come to a close so soon. Feels like just a month ago I was pulling into South Dakota. And now we're already headed to the postseason after tonight. Justin's pitch in the zone. Strike 1 to Gaither. And that one is going to be swung on. Foul. An 0-2 count as the sun is finally starting to go down. We are not being beat down on by the rays of sun as we were earlier on in tonight's action. Thank goodness. I was talking to some of our interns here with me in the booth, and they said, well, either way, I'm still getting a shower when I get home tonight. The dry heat will make you feel gross. So the 0-2 now to Gaither. Damon looking to catch up. That one's way upstairs. Ball 1. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Sticks, and an error to add. 3 runs, 5 hits for the Sasquatch. I'll be honest, in a game like tonight with so many position players pitching on the mound later on tonight most likely, as well as so many guys rotating around the field, I was expecting another high-scoring game, but so far we've been surprised. Only 5 runs combined. Pitching has done the trick. And let alone the fact that summer ball usually has plenty of high scores. So now the 1-2 from Butz. That one is going to break out of the zone. Ball 2. So yesterday at this time, about 8:20, we were probably maybe in the 3rd inning of play. We mentioned that the 2nd inning alone, where both teams scored 6 runs each, lasted an hour and 15 minutes, and it felt like every minute of that. So swing and a miss. Justin Butz fires it past Damon Gaither, breaks up his perfect game tonight. Heads to the dugout now with 2 outs, and Dylan Ritchie looking to keep the inning going.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, his favorite teacher was Miss Keck. It's Dylan Ritchie.
So Teacher Appreciation Night here at the ballpark. We mentioned it a couple of times, but we are thankful for every single teacher that is here at the stadium tonight. We have something set up for them over at the ticket gate where people enter for the games. But teachers deserve recognition every day. My mom's a teacher. Very thankful for everything that she does. A 1-0 count to Ritchie. Turns 2-0. But can never emphasize the importance of teachers. As Ryan Bachman is waving to me from the dugout. Everyone's seeming to have a fun time so far in Game 5. As I was mentioning, talking to Luke Stera, the Big Sticks broadcaster, he said, you know, we're here to have fun tonight, hopefully take Game 5, but it's hard not to just go ahead and start thinking about playoffs tomorrow. With the regular season, both of us facing off against each other, it seems nearly impossible to not just think about what are the matchups going to be for tomorrow? What are the lineups going to look like? Well, we have no idea. Every arm has been used throughout this series, and it is going to be a grind from both ends. So now Deuces Wild, a 2-2, hit outside, ball 3. The Big Sticks and the Sasquatch by far facing off against each other the most of any other opponent this season. We'll play our division opponents usually about 3 times a season, but the Sasquatch and Big Sticks have faced off, I believe, 4 times, if that is correct. Only 1 time in Dickinson. First a 3-game series to start the year, followed by an immediate 3 games after that. Here at Black Hills Energy, 3 games to start the second half of play, which saw the Squatch win the series. And then the 5-game homestand. It has been a grind to say the least, getting through this homestand. The payoff pitch. And Dylan Ritchie is going to take his walk just out of the zone. Justin Butz not happy about it. Griffin Sheeran stepping in, runners on first and second, still 2 outs.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, his favorite teacher was Miss Vance, an English teacher. And it was Griffin Sheeran at the plate.
But looking at the divisional standings for both teams, the Sasquatch standing at 17-10, a 4-game winning streak, 9-1 in their last 10 ball games. And the Badlands Big Sticks here in the second half of play have fallen down to 4th in the division. It didn't matter because they had already clinched in the first half of play. But with the Canyon County Spuds and the Bison both hot on our track, excuse me, the Big Sticks have fallen down to 4th in the division, with the Gem City Bison having an 11-12 record, and the Spuds even at 500, 13-13. Griffin's going to send that one out for a ride all the way out towards right center. And the center fielder able to make the catch for out number 3. Griffin was looking to send that one as far as he could, gave it a drive for all it was worth. But either way, Justin Butz gets out of his first inning in relief. We head to the top of the 6th inning, moving right along, a 3-2 ball game. We'll be right back with you in just a few minutes here in Game 57.
All going somewhere. Going higher, faster, farther. Going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
Summer at the Denny Menhold dealerships in Rapid City. Trade-in values are at an all-time high, and there's never been a better time to buy. With over 400 vehicles on location, you're guaranteed to find the right ride to take you into summer. And while you're here, make sure to sign up to win some great summer gear, like a Rice Honda side-by-side, Black Hills Fireplace Traeger Smoker, a variety of gift certificates, and more. Come by and check out a great selection of vehicles and summer gear at any of the Denny Menhold dealerships in Rapid City and at menholdsummer.com.
So Derek Calvillo stepping back in here in the top of the 6th, and Gavin Van Horn looking to keep the momentum going for the Sasquatch. First pitch fouled off. Quick strike one. Gavin just came in an inning ago to take over for Nathan Leininger, who went 4 2/3 innings. A huge spot for him as he was able to effectively get through a few innings for the Sasquatch bullpen, as we'll be seeing plenty of position players for the Squatch later on tonight. Do not worry about that. It is bound to be an interesting one. And we were trying to figure out where Davis is right now, as he was over at shortstop a few minutes ago. The 6th inning, that means the 6th position he has played in. So now we welcome him over at second base as he waves to us up in the booth. Go Davis. And with that being said, a lot of position players, a lot of different changes. That means it is the end of the night for one of the everyday starters, Ryan Bachman. You usually find him over at second base tonight, who is at DH, but now he is in the booth calling it a night. Ryan, how are we doing, my friend?
Doing good win. It's the first time since the tornado that almost happened that I've been up here, so it's good.
Yeah, you remember that? It was against the Nebraska Prospects, and we had planned, actually, as that one was going to be lifted out towards left center field. And that one is going to be caught by Sheeran for out number 1. I think that's Sheeran.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, we've made a few infield and outfield adjustments. So looking at who is surrounding Van Horn on the mound, we still have Bordas over at third, Springer at short, Davis at second, Gaither at first, but now we have to kind of squint our eyes out in the outfield. Ryan, who are we seeing right now?
I don't know. Is that David out in right?
I think that might be it is David Dealman in right field. Okay, so Griffin now going from second base, your usual position, now into center field. And that one is going to be shot out into right field. That'll drop for a base hit. And Daniel Rogers continues to pour it on against the Sasquatch. He has been a very consistent hitter in this Big Sticks lineup 1 through 9. So now, here is Shane Sinclair once more. Do you remember Shane? He was on the mound just last night against you.
Yes.
Started the game for the Big Sticks, and now batting in the 5 spot, replacing Sean D.
It's fun to see all the pitchers and guys playing different positions. I think it's, a way to keep these last 2 games pretty, interactive and exciting, and, when they don't necessarily mean a whole lot, but still a way to get guys some time and get ready for the playoffs.
Well, I mean, it is fun, Ryan. Do not get me wrong, but I'm getting confused up here in the booth. I don't know where people are.
I know, it's pretty tough, especially with old Davis playing all 9. So I'm excited to see him on the mound. Ooh,
that was going to be softly grounded over to Bailey Bordas. He's going to bobble it, try to make the throw to first in time, and he is not going to be able to. It is a bang-bang play. Damon Gaither stretched out as far as he could, but that'll be an infield error, as it'll be the first of the night for the Sasquatch. We played an error-free performance so far tonight until now. Runners on first and second, and still 1 out. But you're saying, yeah, it is difficult to see where Davis is, but I can recognize that beautiful body of hair from anywhere.
Oh, yes. Been a pleasure to live with him at Jim and Miss Penny Brown's house all summer. But great guy. Fun to see him get to do this. He's using my glove, So
that's
hopefully
special.
hopefully get to ground ball and can put it to good use. And I want to see him get some action before he heads to the mound.
The prime second base glove, the glove of Ryan Bachman. No one else. Our signature second baseman. So Davis is having fun so far. I want to see him get a ground ball here. Hopefully,
there's a chance right here.
That one is going to be right in on the hands. Fouled off right up the first baseline. I guess it's technically the term is a head of hair.
Yes.
Not a body of hair. That's no. So a head of hair.
There,
yeah, sorry.
Hey, no, it's fine. I got what you're meaning by it. It's just like, is that a Southern thing?
Nope, not at all. Not at all. You know how many times I jumble my words in the booth?
Oh,
It is unreal. So
great head of hair, though.
Great head of hair. The flow is unreal.
Maybe Gabe has great hair as well. Gabe has like very flowing hair. Davis has the curls. Griffin has some long hair as well. Trey, we got some good hair on this team this year.
So who has the best head of hair out of anybody on this team? If you had to rank one person, you tried yours yesterday. You did.
Yeah,
it was Top Gun night.
I tried to go for the Iceman look last night, and with the stash too. Kind of had a rough night, so we shaved it.
Oh.
Put the hair back to normal.
Well, you yelled at me because I shaved earlier, like the day before or something like that. But Tom Cruise in Top Gun never had a mustache.
You're right.
That is my
just
appeal.
kind of became a thing. But remember when we were at Fuji, the other day?
Yeah,
and
the other day.
That serviceman had the mustache and the slick back hair in his flight suit.
Yeah, and you shook his hand and thanked him for his service,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
then you were inspired from there on.
Oh, he's always got to thank him for their service. But
absolutely,
man, he looked the part. That's for sure. Ooh, Bryson.
Bryson being very aggressive behind the plate.
I didn't even know he caught before tonight, so that was pretty interesting.
Well, do you have any verification on that? Did Bryson catch in high school or something like that?
I think he did a little bit. He was saying that, like, when he was younger, he chewed bubble gum when he was, I guess heard this because I gave him some gum right before I came up here. But he said that he would chew bubble gum when he was catching when he was younger, and it caused him, he got it all over his face mask. He tried to blow a bubble. He forgot he had his mask on, but.
Oh, silly Bryson.
Oh, silly Bryson.
That sounds like something he would do. Bases loaded, one out. A 3-2 ball game. Gavin Horn in a little bit of trouble here.
I think the big thing for Gavin is just trying to get ahead here. Trying to use his off speed a lot and get a. I'm calling this for a win. Ready? I've got a feeling.
What is going to happen?
Curveball, ground ball to Gabe, to Davis. We're going to turn double play.
The electric feed.
That would have been the right idea.
We will see if Davis can do it. Maybe Gavin's listening up here. So we will see. So Ryan Bachman in the booth with us tonight. He is officially done. As who is replacing you in the lineup? Do you have any idea who is pinch hitting?
I think it might be our guy, Simon Ono.
Simon, oh no.
That's what the pitcher's going to be saying.
Exactly. They're going to be saying, oh no, Simon. He's up the bat. As Van Horn is going to sit down. That was going to be shot.
That's not what I said would happen.
Not at all. That one is a missile and a grand slam. You have not seen anything like that in this 5-game series. Wow. What a play. And Gavin Van Horn.
I don't think he's a normal hitter either.
Well, we have to figure this out. Wait.
Is that the guy that started on the mound?
Oh my gosh, I've let this completely pass me. That is Moses Dokes. So, Luke Stera, you were correct, my friend. He does indeed have power in his bat. Coming in tonight, he was 1 for 2, batting .500, and he is just the usual pitcher, one of the relievers out of the pen, and he just went yard. There was no doubt about it, an absolute missile off the bat.
That was impressive.
That was nice. It is a
very
6-3 ball game. The Big Sticks have another lead here in the 6th inning. 4 runs cross, courtesy of the starting pitcher. This is a fever dream through and through. I don't even know what's going on. I'm getting confused. Everyone's just being replaced eventually. We're going to have position guys on the mound soon enough. And the pitcher who started tonight just hit a grand slam.
Only in Spearfish.
So now the 0-1. Gavin looking to recover here. Still a 3-run ball game. The Squatch have come back from much larger of deficits.
Just like last night. That was big for us last night, I think. Even though, again, it didn't necessarily matter in the playoff picture, I think it just to be able to respond like that as a team when we get a 6-spot put up and then come back and put up a really quick 6-spot too. I think just great for us to respond and great for our confidence to know we can come back from pretty much anything. So
and just how the situations have changed since the beginning of the season. A 3-run game this late in the game, I would never have thought.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd be feeling pretty down on our luck, saying, man, can this team really foster a 3-run comeback here? But now it just seems to happen every single inning. You're not worried if you're down by 6 going in like the 8th inning.
I think it's great to have that confidence too, in going in late in the year. And it's tough because you see us losing guys like Johnny and Harry and Nicky. That's another thing. We lost those guys, but to still have that confidence, like, man, we can put up runs. And so we scored 15 last night, and we can score runs, we can stay in close games, we can play defense. I think it's been a big confidence booster this series going into the playoffs.
Absolutely. So the additions and the departures of Nicky Winterstein, Johnny, Harrison Clark, as well as Kenji Miller, Ethan Stady, you name it. So many guys coming out of the pen and in the rotation as well as through the lineup. But as of right now, coming into the biggest series of the year, winning the first 4 of 5, it feels as if we've just taken what they've taught and then just applied it, because we do not seem to be missing them too much right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's been good. We'd obviously love to have those guys. We miss them. Good play, Bailey.
A one-hopper, hot shot to the glove of Bailey Bordas. They throw to first to Damon for out number 2.
That's awesome.
That's why he's over at the hot corner.
Absolutely.
All about reaction, and Bailey Bordas with one of the quickest hands in the Independence League.
Great glove. I mean, you saw there, he just, the ball was scorched at him, but he was still, body moved slow, glove moved slow, got down early. Really good play. And he's got an absolute cannon, so.
So still a 3-run game as Campbell Cretter steps in. 2 outs, Gavin looking to get out here in the 6th. But Ryan, we thank you for joining us in the booth. Do you have any plans for the rest of the night, or are you hanging with us?
Oh, I'm going to stick up here for a couple innings. I'll probably go back down for the 9th, but just to hang out and be down there, so.
To celebrate the last game of the regular season.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Can't believe the regular season's already over.
Can you believe we've been here for 2.5 months? I've said it over and over. I'm sorry for the people listening to the live stream, but I just can't get over myself. It's too much. It's crazy to think about being here in South Dakota. To think that I got here in the middle of May. Feels like it was only about a month ago.
It's nuts. I mean, you think. I mean, we played. How many games were in the regular season? I've lost track.
That one is going to be lined fair up to the left field line, right past Bailey Bordas at third. Campbell Cretter is going to at least take 2. He's going to try for 3.
Throw him out.
And we will see if Gabe Springer, the relay throw, and the tag of Bordas. He's going to tag Campbell Cretter out. Cretter got greedy, tried for 3, unable to make it all the way. Still a 6-3 ball game. We head to the bottom of the inning, but the Big Sticks pile it on. A 4-run inning courtesy of Moses Dokes, the starting pitcher tonight, a grand slam. So that turns the score on its head. Squatch looking to fight back into this deficit here in Game 5 and Game 57. 57. Yep, that is your answer, Ryan. So
appreciate it. Thank you.
It has been crazy how many games we've played in this short span of time. Be right back with second baseman Ryan Bachman with me in the booth. Been a fun one tonight so far, folks.
Walk through life. Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day. And everything's going your way. And you wanna make it last forever. We'll keep it together, 'cause
So a wacky Game 5 to end the regular season here in Spearfish. The Big Sticks and the Squatch battling it out for their 14th time this season head-to-head. Man, that is crazy. Are you ready for a scenery change, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be weird playing these guys 8 in a row. I mean, hopefully 7 in a row. But, you know, we've done it this year before. I mean, the schedule's a little goofy sometimes, but they're also, I mean, these games have been nuts. So
unreal, the rivalry and everything about it, just the competitiveness of both teams, understanding how evenly matched they are, makes everything just so much better, which is why we're getting these crazy crowds night after night.
Yeah, I agree, and the crowds have been awesome. You know, Spearfish has showed out. You know, hope it continues tomorrow night. You know, night game on a Sunday night. Should be a great night to play baseball too. So hopefully we continue to get the crowds, but it's going to be an electric atmosphere here. It's going to be electric up there. It's going to be, you know, interesting to play in a hostile environment because we haven't played in a, you know, true hostile, like, big game environment in a while. So
exactly, haven't played actually since the first series of the entire summer season in Dickinson. Have not traveled back since.
They got great crowd up there too. You know, their fans are a lot like ours, very passionate, very, you know, backing of their team, and you know, it's gonna be a really, really cool atmosphere here and up there as well. So I'm excited for it.
So a punch out of Davis' card just a few moments ago. Lineup card rolls over, and Bryson Hoyer up to bat. After the Big Sticks just used their starting pitcher to absolutely crank one over the left field wall. Ryan Bachman was predicting a double play. Unfortunately, came out with a grand slam instead. Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm never gonna do that again. Never going to predict something again. Maybe when we get a couple guys on this inning, I'll predict the opposite, and then it'll happen again. But probably not.
So with Ryan being done for the night, that means that there has to be a pinch hitter, as we are only in the bottom of the 6th inning. And with all the unpredictability and all the crazy stuff going on tonight, that means that he will have a very special pinch hitter. That one's going to be grounded and over.
Good break.
The third baseman's head. Tricky hop. Unable to come up with it. A 1-out single for Bryson Hoyer to get things started. Squatch looking to strike back. So
actually,
we'll see what they can do.
It might be, looking down in the dugout, it might be Ryan getting up for a pinch hit AB. Simon, we might be saving Simon best for last.
That might be the choice. We hope we see Simon. He has been asking for an at-bat all season. Simon actually plays at Mayville State. He's in baseball operations intern this season. As Trevor Schreiner,
on deck circle right now.
This is very interesting. Coach Hunt is wondering what to do, but someone's got to come up eventually. Only 1 out, unless Gabe Springer were to go into a double play. But he doesn't do that too often, so we won't expect that. But Trevor Schreiner with a fist in the air when I mentioned Simon playing at Mayville State. Trevor pitched there and just graduated this past year.
Congratulations. Big college graduate guy.
Yeah, so in the booth right now, me, Wynn Andrews, alongside Ryan Bachman, the second baseman, Patrick Hennessy, our broadcast intern, and Trevor Schreiner, our statistician, if you will.
Slash BP thrower.
Slash BP thrower. He's baseball operations for a reason. He does everything. The throw behind the plate is going to be safe. So a great hop there, great jump from Bryson Hoyer. He stands safe over at second base for Gabe. The double play out of order. And a 2-1 count.
Great jump for Bryson there.
Justin Boots still out. 1 1/3 innings down so far. 1 hit, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts through 7 batters faced.
Looks like he's really landing his breaking ball early right now. Getting ahead of hitters with that, kind of pitching backwards. And if I remember right, facing this guy, he's got quite a bit of arm side run. So he's going to be using that on the outside corner. And then, that almost, that's why I don't sit out there.
Almost hit Ryan Doran in the on-deck circle, by the way, to answer your question. It'll be Ryan coming in to pinch hit. I think everyone in the dugout tonight might have an opportunity to play in the field and get an at-bat.
I think there's a chance. You know, we had pitcher BP yesterday, so we got to see what those guys can do. Connor Jones, big fly.
Oh, yeah, he did. And he flexed his muscles right after that.
Yes.
Big hack from Gabe. As that is going to be strike 3.
That's
swinging for the fences.
That's that arm side run that I was just talking about, kind of working down on the outside third of the plate, getting it to run off the plate, and it's really tough for hitters to stay on that when you're, you know, having to guard against the breaking ball coming into your swing and then working that away. Also has a good changeup as well, so he's looking good tonight.
Yeah, Boots has had a good run against the Sasquatch so far. We've seen him a time or two at home so far this year.
Throws hard.
And that fastball continues to run on you.
Exactly, and not maybe necessarily like miles per hour hard, but he's got a really heavy ball, high spin, very tough to barrel up.
And with Gabe Springer striking out, you knew that it was a filthy pitch. Man always barrels up every pitch seemingly in every at-bat. So Ryan Doran stepping in for the first time tonight. He was 2 for 4 last night. Ryan has been such a great addition to this Sasquatch offense in the last few weeks of the season.
Big Tony.
Is that what you call him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Started off with Nicky, actually, and it was kind of a joke because Nicky didn't know his name yet. Good swing.
That one is going to be shot into right field. They are going to wave Bryson around from third, and he is going to come home. No contested throw, cut off by Boots himself. Or excuse me, not Boots. That is going to be, let's see.
First baseman.
Yeah, the first baseman, Daniel Rogers.
They kind of look similar, have similar builds.
They look actually the exact same. I was from the front side. I thought they were the exact same player. All you can tell is the difference, numbers 13 and 14. But either way, a 6-4 ball game courtesy of Ryan Doran's first hit of the night and his first at-bat.
Yeah, so we started calling him Big Tony because we didn't know, Nicky didn't know his name when he first got here.
So Tony was just the go-to.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of a, an old video. A guy asked, talking about Tony. So we called him Tony. And then Brian, who is also, sounds very similar.
Brian Wren.
We started calling him Tony, too. So we have big and small Tony.
And then you started getting confused between which Tony you were speaking of.
I know. It's hard because their names are so similar. And then, my name's Ryan as well. So we got 2 Ryans and a Brian.
Over the Casper series, people were getting really confused because Ryan did not travel with the team to Casper, but Brian did.
Yes.
And so when everyone was calling out Tony, they were like, "Oh, you're talking about Ryan?" No, Ryan's not here, but Brian is.
Yes. It's a very...
Everything is confusing tonight on the field and off the field, including this conversation.
I know. Lots of names being thrown around, but you got to love summer ball with the influx and outflux of players. I don't even know if outflux is a word, but I'm going to go with it.
It sounds legit.
It
sounds like a good word.
The players coming in and out, having to learn names is tough, and sometimes nicknames just stick because you don't know their name right away. So, but
Ryan Bachman, a team leader, always trying to get to know his players' names.
Oh yeah.
So, do not want to get too far ahead of myself. There is plenty of playoffs to get through as the Sasquatch are trying to win the first championship ever in Independence League history, as that is going to find the outer edge of the plate. Bailey Bordas down on his luck, frozen for strike 3. But not before the Squatch chip away at the stone. They put 1 run up in the bottom of the 6th, head to the top of the 7th. I'm still here alongside Ryan Bachman with some great analysis of Big and Little Tony, as well as everything.
Look who's on the mound. This is going to be a treat.
Keenan O'Brien. All right. Well, there's nothing else surprising me anymore at this. We'll see where Davis ends up on the infield, but not before the catcher/first baseman, Keenan O'Brien, on his day off, now taking the mound. Our first position player of the night. Be back in just a few to highlight all of Keenan's pitches headed to the top of the 7th. already here in the top of the 7th, the Black Hills Energy Squatch are down 6-4 in Game 5. They've won the first 4 in this homestand, all against the Big Sticks. And with the playoffs starting tomorrow, why not just sweep the Sticks all together to carry that momentum into the playoffs? I'm Win Andrews alongside Ryan Bachman with me in the booth as he is officially done with his day, getting the rest of the night off before starting tomorrow in Game 1. And with that being said, both teams' infield and outfields are just all wacky.
All over the place.
That's all I can describe it as. Davis Carr, as he is manning all 9 positions tonight, now at third base. So he only has what? I guess first base and pitching left.
Yeah,
So
I think so. Yeah.
that's going to be fun. But now we have to shift our focus to Keenan O'Brien on the mound. We need to get a radar gun for this guy.
I know. He could be pretty good, I think.
That one is going to be swung on and lifted out towards
Who's in
right
right?
Center. The right fielder chasing in on it.
David.
David makes the pretty much catch over his head as
Yeah.
to extend back, kind of like OBJ.
Oh yeah, tough lighting out there right now. Tough sky. Especially with the, sometimes the lights at this time don't do the most yet because it's not totally dark yet. So, good play.
In the outfield, a bit crazy sometimes too, having to run all across. We've seen a few of our players stumble in the outfield, but David kept his footing, able to make the catch. Out number 1, and now Jaden Singleton, who went yard in the top of the first inning to get things started for the Sticks tonight.
That was another impressive swing. That was big boy territory over there in left center.
It's pretty crazy considering we haven't really seen all of that power from the Big Sticks in the first 4 games until tonight. They have just let it go. And Jaden Singleton being one of those guys, but Keenan O'Brien, who usually plays either behind the plate or at first base, on his day off is currently pitching to the 1-2-3 hitters for the Big Sticks, with Bryson Hoyer, our usual center fielder, catching for him. But Bryson has sort of a cannon.
Oh yeah.
He's capable of throwing some guys out.
Oh yeah. And also, shout out to head coach Garrett Hunt for figuring all this out. I can't imagine having to write a lineup to have a guy play all 9 and have nice
Line
catch.
directly to Damon Gaither, didn't even seem to move, just kind of moved a bit to his left and made the catch for the line out. Out number 2, Jaden Singleton is retired, bringing up Derek Calvillo, and Keenan O'Brien about to be through a quick 7th. If he is able to get rid of Derek here.
But
But
can't imagine having to figure out how to get guys in, where to put guys, where we're not losing your DH necessarily, and man, it's.
My prediction coming into today's game, seeing the lineup and hearing about everything that was going to happen, I had to think, man, Coach Hunt has probably been up all night, since last night, strategizing everything and having to just put out a piece of paper and say, all right, this guy's going here, this guy's coming here in the 7th. How are we going to rest him before the game on Sunday for the playoffs? I mean, just unreal.
He was, walking around in BP asking guys what they're comfortable with his lineup, trying to figure it all out. But, props to him for being able to. I could not have done that.
I don't know. All that high stress of having to figure it all out, my head would be spinning. But at the end of the day, all that Coach Hunt told me before the game is, let's have fun tonight.
Oh, yeah.
So just the perfect mix of the win now mentality, taking this as serious as possible while also knowing when to have fun.
Absolutely.
They have been great for this team, and I'm sure you've enjoyed his leadership.
Oh, absolutely. It's him and Anthony both coming in a tough spot. You got when they came in probably 15, maybe 20 games left after a whole year of kind of some crazy stuff happening with having Nikki as our head coach for a little bit and everything. It's just having them come in and fit right in, be really awesome team managers and coaches, and really they've been great. So
2-2 now from Keenan. That was going to be chopped over
Davis.
to Davis Carver at third, and he's going to make the throw over. Stays on the bag. Damon Gaither makes the catch. Davis Carr, he is a natural third baseman as he is sprinting back into the dugout. He acts like he's been there every day of his life.
Absolutely. He takes him a BP. That guy can. That guy's great.
What a game so far.
roommate,
Squatch looking. Special shout out. Ryan Bachman and Davis Carr, roommates here in South Dakota, and he is so proud. But the Squatch looking to chip away at this lead as we head to the 7th inning stretch. Big Sticks up by 2 in Game 5. After Keenan O'Brien just pitched a scoreless top of the 7th in rather efficient manner, we now are ready for the bottom of the 7th. We are trying to get a rally started down by 2, and no better opportunity than now with our leadoff hitter of the 7th inning.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
One of the interns for the Spearfish Sasquatch throughout the entire summer. He does baseball operations, but he also plays plenty of baseball himself. Mr. Simon Ono signed a one-day contract today, and he is about to get an at-bat against the new pitcher on the mound for the Big Sticks, Jonathan Lerma.
Absolutely great walk-up song, by the way, too.
Just electric. Simon had this all planned out since the first day of the internship. He has been begging Eric for an at-bat, and now Coach Hunt is giving him the opportunity. So Simon, show him what you've been learning over at Mayville State. Everyone out of their seats for this. I'm still here with Ryan Bachman.
Got to stand up for this one.
And Ryan, we thank you for this opportunity because of now the rest of your day off. Simon is pinch hitting for you, we believe. The first pitch from Lerma.
Oh.
Big. Big hack there. I don't think Simon really wanted that one. He tried not to go around, but it looked to be, sounded like a foul tip. I don't know if it was or not. I couldn't hear from up here.
Hey, he's ready. I like the aggressiveness.
Simon has a certain call if he hits an absolute moonshot here that I can make. The 0-1, a
Good
bit
lead.
low. Good eye from Simon. Damon
Look at the
Gaither on
dugout.
deck.
Everyone's up on the rail.
Let's go, Simon. Number 36, all the way from Honolulu, Hawaii. He spoke with us in the booth the other night during intern recognition day, and he has been dying for this opportunity here. He does not want to take a walk either. You best believe he'll be swinging either way, I just feel.
Yeah, I think he's gonna let it eat. Have a.
But he's also a team player, so we cannot
yeah.
take away from that. He will take his walk if he wants to, if he needs to.
Ooh.
Big hack
swing.
there.
Good swing.
Simon wanted every piece of that.
I have a feeling they're gonna give him a heater.
Oh yeah, Jonathan Lerma's gonna trust that velocity. Try to pull a fast one
Come on,
Simon. The pitch. He is going to send that one out of play, but contact is all we need.
There we go.
Let's keep this count going. 2-2. This might be the most exciting game of baseball I could ever remember.
I think, definitely the most eventful.
Eventful, that's more of the word I've been looking for. I said an entertainment value. We've seen so many walk-offs and exciting things. The 2-2 on the outer edge of the plate.
No.
How no? Come on now. That was still a strike, but
it was definitely a strike.
It was a strike down the
Great
middle.
pitch,
Strike
really.
3. Good pitch there from Jonathan Lerma.
Tough for it to happen off the intern, but still
Simon
going to get
Ono.
love.
That's all right. Great try, Simon. We were happy to see you up at the plate. That was absolutely electric. I don't care what happened there.
Hey, that's the type of thing you need on a night like this, an exciting little AB there, even though it ended in a strikeout. Still great to see Simon in there. Put a couple good swings on, and, sometimes the pitch is just better.
Lerma just threw him that gem of a pitch.
Oh, yeah.
Decided not to go back with the velocity that time around. Instead, just to paint the plate. So now Damon Gaither with one out here in the bottom of the 7th. Maybe the strikeout of Simon really just lit a fire to the Sasquatch offense. Get some things going here. David Dielman on deck.
They must have said, we've given you 4 chances to hit the heater. We're going to throw you the spinner now.
Oh, yeah. And it was filthy. The 0-1 now to Damon.
Oop.
Gets just a piece of it. Fouls it back against the netting.
That was an intro. I don't know what pitch that was. Looked like maybe a little off-speed slider again.
It's a bit hard to tell up from here in the booth.
It really is.
You can really just tell what's breaking, what's off speed, and what is absolute heat.
If I
Outside
remember,
of that, you don't know the specifics.
If I remember right, this guy on the mound throws a pretty hard slider too. So
the 0-2, and there we go. That one's popped out of play. Still no balls, 2 strikes to Damon. Damon has 2 hits of his own tonight.
How about a beautiful night at the ballpark these last 5 nights?
We have truly been grateful.
You really can have 5 better nights than we've had this whole series.
Especially after what we were being dealt early in June. Honestly,
Absolutely.
From what we've heard, it has been the rainiest month of the year in South Dakota. So June dealt us plenty of showers, plenty of thunderstorms, and a few really severe storms here and there, including The one time that Ryan Bachman was with us in the booth, we were so excited to have him. An off day against the Nebraska Prospects on a Sunday noon game.
Up here for about an inning, and then
a tornado came along.
Pretty much.
That was fun. The 0-2.
Ooh, I got him.
Way inside. Graced the shoelaces a bit too much, but the ump is going to say that it might not have hit him. So we'll see what the call is here.
Yes.
He will take his hit by pitch, as it probably just got him right on top of the shoes. So now, David stepping in. But you are right about that, Ryan. It has been great. Outside of just the blistering heat that we've been experiencing, we will take that over rain any day of the week.
Well, I mean, the good thing is you only got to deal with the heat during BP and then maybe the first 2 innings. But you know, once the sun starts going down, you get like this. It's gorgeous. You can't ask for much more in Spearfish. Beautiful place to play baseball. Great place to just live for a summer.
So Ryan, you being from Rapid City, have you ever tried to make an argument for there being an expansion team in the Independence League out to Rapid?
It's so hard because so the Legion team that I played for down in Rapid Post 22 is kind of like what Spearfish is up here.
Okay.
For, the town of Rapid City. It's a whole, it's a community affair every time that they play, and they're playing in the state tournament right now. I hope they're playing well. Shout out to all the Post 22 players back home competing for a state tournament, and it could be good for the league, but also it would be tough to kind of the fan. A lot of people would be wanting to go to 22 games, and I think it's good to have that down in Rapid, and then Spearfish has this up here. It would be interesting. So. And
do not get me wrong, Rapid City is beautiful. The times that I've been through. But you just don't get the mountains like you do here in Spearfish.
Oh no, and I grew up in Rapid City all my life. I love it, but Spearfish is just gorgeous. You can't ask for a much better place to be for a summer. I've been to quite a few summer ball towns around this league, and the league last year, but I have to say Spearfish is just it's the best place I've been. So been so fortunate and blessed to be able to come play up here these last 2 summers, and hopefully for a few more summers to come. So
we'll talk more about your future with the Fish, as well as everything else going on, starting with you in the fall after this inning concludes. But right now the Squatch are trying to get in front of a rally, and breaking news, Damon Gaither has been replaced with a new pinch runner over at first base. Ryan, can you tell who that is? It is one of our starting guys, Jack Hostetler. He told me this the other night. He said, hey, Coach Hunt told me that I might be pinch running. Oh, he's going to have to make the slide back. He does. There we go.
Looks the part over there.
Oh, yeah, he looks like a natural.
I will say, Jack Hostetler is one of the best BP shaggers I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
The way that guy runs down baseballs in the outfield when we're
he takes it very seriously.
Oh, 100%. Him and Dylan Ritchie, before Dylan actually played the outfield for us, both of them were tracking baseballs in the outfield. And I would always be sitting in there at second or something, taking my ground balls, and I'd look out and be like, there's no way he's getting to that ball, and he just runs it down. So,
the life of a pitcher can be a bit lonely at times.
Yes.
Plenty of breaks in between days. And Dylan Ritchie earning his reps, now starting in right field after finishing his inning limit this summer. So maybe Jack's trying to do a bit of the same. Well, he looks so eager over there on the first base.
Well, speaking of Post 22 in high school, me and Dylan played high school baseball together down in Rapid. And he hit 450 or 460 something in high school. And he came back after, because he was a super senior. He was able to come back and play, and he had a great year. We won the state championship that year, and he was a big part of it. So it's been fun to see what I saw in high school, the 4-hole bangers, line drives for the 4-hole, and he'll get a hold of one every once in a while. But man, he's been very professional, I will say that. Great at bats. Very, good eye like he's always had. So
now Jack makes his way over to second base after a 4-pitch walk of Griff. And now stepping in, Davis Carr. So I guess technically Davis only has first and pitching to left eye. I mean, I was trying to write down before the game everything that was going on tonight, and I just ran out of things because I remember there's too many things going on in just one game. As the man of the hour, Simon Ono, who just led off the inning a few minutes ago, now hanging out with the crowd.
Simon, you missed your heaters, and then they decided to give you the breaking balls.
You had a bit of trouble with the curve.
It's a good pitch, though. Hey, I will give you, hey, great swings. You just missed the one down the right field line. I'm proud of you. Great job.
I've had a few more throughout the year.
So now 2 outs, and runners still on first and second with Davis Carr stepping in. On Davis Carr night, how special would it be for him to drive some runs across, maybe score both Hostettler and Griff, and tie this ball game up?
Davis had a great night last night. You know,
3 for 5.
Yes, he looked very, very just calm and very good at the plate last night. His tempo looked great. Found the barrel a few times. Good to see that for sure.
So after a quick mound visit, now getting ready for Davis. Both teams getting ready, gearing up for tomorrow's Game 1 here at Black Hills Energy. Ryan, tell us a little bit more about how the team is feeling down in the dugout, getting ready for tomorrow.
I think we're all excited. We want to go out and play well. We want to go out and be in this atmosphere because, some of us, we go back to school and maybe don't have the same atmosphere. We want to enjoy it while we can. And there's a lot of excitement and a lot of confidence, I think, going into tomorrow night. We've been playing well. I think especially if we can come back in this one and have a few wins in a row and keep stringing them together, I think we're really confident. Get back, Jack.
Jack was a little off the base paths, but that speed, able to make the slide back to second. A 1-1 count.
But I think we're really excited. We're excited, confident in what we can do, and we're just gonna go out and play. It's gonna be, like we were talking about, an amazing environment. Great fans are gonna be out, and we're ready for it. So it should be fun.
And that's all you can do is play loose collectively as a team, just the way you've been doing. And it has paid off as Jack was going to. Man, he got some long strides. I'm going to have to talk about that later on after the game. He was booking it over to third. He would have easily had the steal, though, if that wasn't fouled off.
Oh, man. Oh, Jack Hofstetler, everybody.
I want to see him pinch run more often. Get after it,
Jack. This is awesome. I love this.
There's so much going on.
So fun to watch from the dugout, but it's fun to watch up here, too.
And Davis going to get just a piece of it. Look at Bryson Hoyer in the on-deck circle with his catcher gear on.
That was weird.
I don't really know.
I was in the hole, and I saw Bryson out there. I was like, oh yeah, he's catching tonight. It was kind of weird for a second, but he's done a good job back there. Really impressed.
He has been great. This is what a baseball game would be if I woke up in the middle of the night and said, oh wait, I've had a dream.
Yeah.
So that one a bit inside, called strike 3. Carr probably not happy about it, but maybe he can make up with that with some chances over at first base and on the mound in the 8th and 9th innings. We head to the top of the 8th, still a 2-run ball game. And I'm here alongside Ryan Bachman in the last game of the season. It has been so fun so far. Be back in just a few. You're watching Squatch Baseball on our YouTube live stream.
We're all going somewhere, going higher, faster, farther, going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
So the heart of the order due up here in the top of the 8th for the Badlands Big Sticks here in Game 5. They are looking to salvage this series by taking at least one and trying to avoid the sweep here at Black Hills Energy. I'm Wayne Andrews, voice of the Squatch, alongside Ryan Bachman. He's been with me the last few innings after he had maybe 3 at-bats tonight?
Had 3, yes.
Okay. And then took the rest of the night off, getting ready for tomorrow's Game 1 of the playoffs. Very excited to see what all of that is about. But a lot going on so far. A 2-run ball game. Squatch looking to take it tonight. Only a 2-run deficit to work with. But just last inning, you missed one of our interns who signed a 1-day contract today, Simon Ono, who was able to lead off the inning, and followed by Jack Hostetler, one of our starting pitchers, who pinch ran, and he has wheels, Ryan and I learned.
He needs to get a fly ball in left.
And he's now in left field, so we're really looking forward to that, as we also missed Keenan O'Brien in the top of the 7th, who went 1-2-3. He was firing missiles.
Absolute cannon.
So now things get even more interesting. Davis Carr now in his 8th of 9 positions that he is playing. Now he's over at first base. We are going to end the night with an electric performance from Davis Carr on the mound. Happy Davis Day, everyone. So before that, we have to also mention,
Jack,
as that one is going to be lifted out towards left field. Let's see if Jack Hostetler can rush in on it. He almost tripped coming in on the left field line. Did anyone catch it?
Nope, doesn't look
Nope.
like it. Tough play.
I want a fly ball to Jack Hostetler more than anything right now.
Yes. How about Gabe showing off the arm overshooting Bailey there? Nice.
Oh, yeah. He can
There
fly.
we go.
So now we also have to pay attention to the biggest change so far now here in the 8th. Replacing Keenan O'Brien, our catcher and first baseman on the mound, is now Bailey Bordas, who started at third base and is now pitching to the heart of the order for the Big Sticks right now in the 8th inning. So that's fun. Bailey's payoff pitch.
Strike 3.
Ooh, strike 3. Punched out Daniel Rogers.
Gotta love it. You love to see it.
That's more like it. Bailey was quickly behind after a few pitches out of the zone, fired back, and then took care of business.
And that's the thing, too, honestly. Like, guys like Keenan and Bailey could come into play, in the playoffs. If, we get into a pinch where we're trying to play to some matchups possibly, and having to have guys be in and out and a couple hitters, knowing these guys can pitch and be somewhat competitive, I think is good to find out for sure.
And you're speaking specifically of pitching. Let's go outside of that. If someone were to be really short in terms of the catching, we have Bryson Hoyer, who can come in from center field and randomly just pop in behind the plate and throw somebody out. He has a cannon for an arm too. The 1-1 from Bailey. Taken for strike 2.
Defensive versatility. You love to see it.
What if Bailey just strikes out the side?
That would be crazy. I would maybe have to go buy him some breakfast tomorrow morning. I don't know.
Top 3 moments of the summer season for me, I would have to say.
I would too. Walk off. Bailey striking out the
Bailey
side.
strike, and hey, one of the walk-offs was Bailey was Bailey walking it off for us.
Yes.
To clinch the playoffs. Now he can be in 2 of my top 3 memories. The 2-2 pitch.
Ooh.
Bit low to Kobe Krins. Count runs full.
Little slide piece there.
It has been such an eventful night here at the ballpark in game 57. And here's Bailey's 3-2. Just outside, he loses. Excuse me, that was not Kobe. I only saw number 5 on the back of the jersey. Should have been paying attention to my lineup. That is the man who replaced Sean D earlier in tonight, Shane Sinclair, who is 0 for 2, but now takes a walk here in the 8th. So
Everyone's
here we
getting
go.
in on the fun.
The Big Sticks doing more of the same. Jonathan Lerma, who was pitching last inning, struck out Simon Ono. Now stepping in and swings on the first pitch he sees from Bailey. Position player on the mound versus pitcher at the plate.
These are the type of games that you sometimes need, though. A long summer, a lot of games. It can get kind of monotonous at times. And Bryson's going to try to tag somebody out, but it was a
good jump. One-hop throw over to Springer. Good jump there from Rogers, able to take second base. Double play out of order. So now Lerma has a little more flexibility.
But, it can get a lot. It's a lot of games you're playing every day. It can be the same thing over and over.
And it's good to see both teams just smiling.
Absolutely.
You know, a 5-game series at home, especially for something that means so much. Both teams really wanting to take the series.
Absolutely. And you know, the first 3 games were very emotional.
Very emotional.
A lot of stuff going on, a lot of people, you know, a lot of, you know, even you could even say some, you know, some tension on the field too. But you know, I think it's great to see this tonight and kind of just everyone having fun, enjoying it, before it gets back to being time to go tomorrow night. So.
And the Big Sticks know this just as well as anybody else in the game of baseball. This series, you know, outside of obviously clinching it for the Sasquatch, doesn't mean a thing in or postseason, because anyone could turn it around in the blink of an eye. And especially when going to games 2 and 3 in Dickinson, Sasquatch haven't seen that in a while. As that one's going to be grounded over to to Gabe Springer over at short. And Davis Carr tried to dig that one out of the dirt, as Rogers going to be able to advance to third on the air. And now Jonathan Lerma safe over at first base. I don't know how I got confused on Gabe's name. He's one of the only consistent guys who's been in the infield all day. Who's over at third base right now? David Dielman?
David, yep.
Okay.
Uh-oh, not this guy again.
Yeah, we do not want to see you again, Moses Dokes. Go away. He just hit a grand slam in the top of the 6th inning, and it was a no-doubter. Which is the craziest thing. That's just how funny baseball is. Listening to the play-by-play broadcaster, Luke Stera, just telling us, hey, you know, this guy has a lot of tricky power in his bat. You have no idea until you have to face him. And I was like, I could believe it. That was going to be grounded over to Griffin for 1. He steps on the bag to throw over to first for out number 2.
Very nice.
So after the grand slam, Moses Dokes grounds himself into the double play, a 4-3. All courtesy of Griffin Sheeran. That retires the side. Bailey Bordas gets out of the top of the 8th, scoreless. We head to the bottom frame, and the Squatch looking to cut back into the 6-4 deficit. A fun ball game so far.
Can I hang around for another half?
Oh, Ryan, you are welcome anytime, my friend.
Awesome.
We'll be back in just a few. Big Sticks on top, 6-4.
Knee replacement? With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic.
I wanna shout out to the world so they know my sweet baby loves me so. She got me going, yeah, she turns me on. And she loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind.
Hey, nice try.
Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
Bottom of the 8th, here we are, as the top of the lineup for the Squatch is due. The best opportunity to take this 2-run deficit and flip it on its head. Here in the later innings, as Bryson Hoyer steps in, Gabe Springer on deck, and Ryan Doran in the hole. And for the Big Sticks, they have a few differences of their own, as their first baseman, Daniel Rogers, is now on the mound. Another position player. It's crazy how many guys have been playing tonight, and wow. Bryson Hoyer. Swing and a miss, a big cut there on Rogers' pitch.
It's been awesome to see Bryson's development this summer too, and along with all the incoming freshmen, you know.
What a bunch of mature guys to be. I mean,
really
just coming
is.
in freshman year, they have it all down.
You know, it's to be couple guys just out of high school and to come try to play with a bunch of guys that have been in college. It's tough, I'm sure, and but really awesome maturity from these guys. Great improvement throughout the summer, and I'm really happy to have gotten to know them and be able to keep in touch with them as they go throughout their careers.
So I'm joined here in the booth with Ryan Bachman. He's been with us throughout the mid-innings of this game until
got up in the 6th, right?
I think the 6th inning. I think that was correct. We had Eric Schmidt in the 5th, so a lot of guest appearances, a lot of surprises on the field. It has been so fun. And folks, if you're watching and want to ask Ryan any questions in the live comments feed, feel free to do so. He will be with us until the 9th inning, and we'd love to answer any questions that you might have, whether it be about his season, the team, or coming into the playoffs starting tomorrow. But Ryan, being a big fan favorite here in Spearfish the past 2 seasons. Ryan, do you foresee yourself, I know you mentioned it, closing one of the innings a couple of minutes ago, but saying how hopefully you might be seeing yourself for a couple more years here in Spearfish during the summer?
Yeah, I'd love to come back. It's great baseball, great people, and I love school, but it's tough being away from home for the whole year. I don't get to come back very often besides the breaks, and it's awesome to be back, and I've just grown to really love this community and love the people that come out and watch and support us. So, if everything goes to my plan, and hopefully hopefully it all works out, I'd love to come back for a few more years and, continue to play in front of these great fans.
So they 1-2 on Gabe, in on the hands, jammed him, big pop fly over into shallow left field, and that one is going to be caught for out number 2. So Daniel Rogers coming in, retiring Hoyer and Springer back to back. Oh, back. Sorry. Plenty of these back and forth, just clear the throat. There we go.
Big Tony.
So Big Tony, not Little Tony. That's Brian Wren, who's in the dugout.
They're both pretty big Tonys, but he's just bigger Tony.
Well, Little Tony was pretty big on the mound the other day.
Very big.
Brian Wren going, I think maybe 5 or 6 innings out to look back on that one, as that one's going to be lifted out towards left field. Left fielder calling it off for out number 3. I'm not going by names because I'm not sure who is who in every single outfield. It has been crazy tonight, but a fun one so far as Braxton Greenberg was on first base for the Big Sticks in the 8th.
That was a quick one. I'll stay through the top.
A quick one for sure. So if you have any comments, feel free to let them go in the feed. We will be headed to the top of the 9th in just a few. 6-4 ball game. Sticks still in the lead.
Walk through life. Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day. And everything's going your way. And you wanna make it last forever. We'll keep it together, 'cause it keeps getting better. Hey, it keeps getting better.
To the top of the 9th we go. It is only a 2-run ball game. These Squatch are trying to claw their way back and sweep the Big Sticks tonight in Game 5. Before Game 1 of the playoffs tomorrow, So with it being a 2-run lead, it is still a very manageable ball game. That means that the Sasquatch have to go to their closer. And you know who that is? Davis Carr.
Dog.
Yeah, unreal. Davis Carr has played every position and is now stepping on the mound here in the ninth. Starting out behind the plate, now he is throwing to it, as he has played all 3 in the outfield and gone across the infield as well. So now he's facing the bottom third of the lineup tonight for the Big Sticks, starting with Kobe Krenz, the shortstop. So let's see what Davis can do. 7 hits and 6 runs for the Big Sticks, 4 runs and 7 hits for the Squatch. Ooh, spicy pitch falls in for strike 1.
Good start.
In the middle innings, a few minutes ago, between innings, I was looking over in our booth and we saw Trevor Schreiner, our stat guy, losing his mind after trying to figure out every single person who has been replaced and substituted for in this game tonight, as Kobe Krenz is going to lift that one opposite
Bailey.
field out towards right field. Bailey Bordas able to make the catch. This all looks so natural.
I never would have expected Bailey Bordas to be in the outfield this year.
Yeah, that was not the call I was expecting to make.
But yet it happened.
I don't imagine, Ryan, I'm not sure what is up for Coach Hunt and what he has planned for game 1 of the playoffs tomorrow, but I don't expect it to have an outfield filled with Jack Hostetler in left, Trey Vorwald in center, and Bailey Bordas in right.
Trey's pretty normal out there. Oh.
The eephus over the head of Campbell. He wanted to blast that one. Now there's going to be...
They're going to fight.
There's going to be a huge fight. That one topped at least 30, wouldn't you say?
I would give him at least 40 on that one.
I mean, it was filthy. The 1-0 again. Way high.
For the gun.
And Bryson Hoyer can extend all the way up to catch that one.
He said he was going to throw into the backstop to just let it eat.
Well,
so.
Davis thinks he's throwing to himself behind the plate because Davis can reach anything. So, sorry, Davis. Plot twist, you're not. 2-0 turns 2-1 to Campbell Crater.
Goes eephus over the head, fastball to the backstop, Payne on the outside corner. You love to see it.
It's an arsenal. Plenty of variety, the 2-1. And now he's going to pause. And that one almost hit Campbell. Hit inside. Things just got awkward.
Everyone's still having fun, though. Nothing happened. That's good.
Who has that windup? Who has that?
Johnny Cueto.
Well,
Johnny Cueto kind of started
Cortez and Cueto. So then Davis elected to go with the one outside, and Campbell says, can I have another one again? Give me a strike, Davis. No, instead he'll take first base. And Davis was like, that's probably the smartest move. I don't want to fire that high heat inside. And I'm about 95% confident that Campbell's question was, can I have another pitch?
Yes. He went for the late swing and looked back at Mr. Dean, the umpire, and said, give me another one. So I thought Bailey should have done on the 3-1 last night with the bases loaded.
Oh, yeah.
He was talking about it, and he's like, I couldn't do it.
Well, Campbell was on the mound against Bailey, so I don't even know.
The tables have turned, kind of.
Exactly. Not the same situation necessarily.
No, not for $10,000, but.
Well, Campbell really slowed down his pitches after figuring out what was happening.
Yes. Team guy, really. Well, a fan guy, really.
Willing to inflate that ERA.
Yes.
There we go. The eephus over the head. And looks like Jake Brill really had to dodge out of the way on that one.
Yeah, he had to be really quick there, I think. Not.
I used to watch a lot of YouTube videos, a lot of compilations of guys just throwing crazy eephuses and stuff. We're going to have to add that to this compilation.
You see actually quite a few of them over in Japan and stuff. You see some stuff guys throwing, or now in the big leagues too, with all the position guys throwing. Nobody's trying to throw hard anymore because they know to get hit, so they're throwing 50 miles an hour trying to.
Oh yeah, so many position players. That has become such a big thing in the MLB.
Mm-hmm. You're seeing more now than ever.
You know, I saw Albert Pujols in his first game ever on the mound.
Absolutely.
On the way to Spearfish, actually. I was able to tie that into everything.
That's awesome.
A blowout against the Giants at home at Busch Stadium, as that one's going to be lifted foul out of play. I mentioned it yesterday, I think, but I watched Albert Pujols, and potentially his last year in a Cardinals uniform, calling it a year, able to pitch for the first time ever.
What a career.
I tell you what.
One
So
of the best
Albert
to ever do
Pujols
it.
and now Davis Carr.
Yes.
I've seen 2 huge ninth innings this summer. Davis is going to
Way to
push that
pound
one.
the zone, Davis. That a boy.
It's like get me over the plate pitch right there. People have reacted so well to Davis Day here at the park.
Oh, I love it.
It would only be even better if he's able to get out of this in a scoreless 9th. And then the Squatch walk it off at the end.
Would be a storybook ending.
I can only imagine what will happen in the 9th inning. Nicky Winterstein will fly home, fly back to Spearfish, come in the parking lot in between innings.
Be like a WWE entrance. He hops over the fence in center.
Hit a grand slam, walk things off. That was going to get past Bryson. It was low. And as Campbell had a good jump, did not matter anyway, as that'll be the second walk. Runners on first and second, 1 out, and now Jaden Singleton.
Oh, no.
Do not hit another home run, Jaden.
Are we going to get a change?
No, Davis.
I think we might just get a conversation here first.
Coach Hunt has been such a good sport all night. He has to trust in his guy right here.
I think you got to give him at least one more hitter. Hope you get a ground ball. You can locate the ephus.
Does it mean that Jack Hostetter would bat in the 9th inning? I'm actually really curious to see
I really
where we
hope
left
so.
off.
We saw the Dylan Ritchie at bat in Gem City, and that's what started the whole thing. Turns around mid-9s. We saw Wyatt Adams AB in Gem City as well.
I think he played in left field, correct?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Did a great
are,
job.
Pitchers are athletes too, Ryan.
This summer more than ever, I've come to realize that.
There are so many guys. I would just have to say that everyone's a utility man on the Sasquatch roster.
And believe me, pitching is tough. I had the I'm going to say pleasure, but of pitching on this team last year, and I gave up a 32 ERA in about 2 innings.
It could be worse, couldn't it?
It could. It could be infinity.
What was the score in that game when you were pitching?
I gave up 7 runs in an inning and a third. So.
Hey, yeah. I've seen worse in MLB. That was going to be
don't play
grounded
ball.
over to the third baseman off the chest of Dealman. Bases will be loaded.
I hate to take the focus away from the game, but there is a massive spider on the wall right there.
Are you scared of spiders?
I'm not a fan.
Okay. You're plenty of distance away. I don't think the spiders will jump.
He's moving quickly, though.
Oh, yeah, he is making his way up the press box. Oh, now it just fell.
He fell down.
Oh, Ryan.
If he comes towards me, you're going to stomp him.
Okay.
Sorry.
Bases loaded. Ryan's not going to watch any remainder of the game. He is focused on the one spider.
I'll keep us protected from the spider. You keep doing your job, Win.
Okay, go ahead. All right, Phil. As Ryan is supervising and making sure the spider does not go anywhere near him, Derek Calvillo is stepping in with bases loaded. Davis Carr looking to finish business. The pitch taken a bit high. Ball 1.
Derek is one of the better opposite field hitters I've seen in a while. Does a great job of going with the pitch on the outside half and just taking his hits. Ooh, and he
That
pulls
one's going
one
to be
there.
yanked down left field line, foul.
Everything's kind of going opposite to what I've been saying tonight.
Oh, yeah. It's opposite day.
It really is. It's just
That should have been the theme.
That's the
the
type of
theme
day
either
that
way.
this has been, the type of, game this has been.
You do not expect any differently in a matchup between the Sticks and the Sasquatch. Always something going on. As Davis is quickly in a 2-1 count. And I have to make an apology to Trevor Schreiner in the booth. He was very offended when I said pitchers are athletes too. Trevor, I got your back. Obviously, I know that pitchers are athletes. I tried to throw a fastball the other day and almost took someone's head off. So I have no idea how to do that. That was going to be lifted foul as well.
When I was impressed, I will give you that.
My fastball topped at least 55.
No, I would have given you 65.
Really?
Yes.
I also hit Damon Gaither in the shin. I do apologize, Damon. You're in the booth with us as well.
Damon's going to take over in the bottom of the ninth
But
for me.
I was trying my curve. Damon says I should put it away, so I will. Don't worry.
The spider has disappeared.
I did want to take your attention away from it
Sorry.
for a second because spider is no longer where it originally was, and I don't know where it went.
I'm going to just keep my feet up on the chair here, and we'll be fine. Yeah, don't even tell me that, Patty.
And so much going on. Even some suspense. Base is loaded, but also here in the booth, Ryan Bachman's about to run away because of a spider.
I might. That thing was big.
It was pretty big.
That thing was big enough to be paying rent, and it wasn't. So.
So that one misses out of the zone for ball 3. It is a full count. Davis Carr is going to have to throw something great here to Derek. And I wonder if Calvillo is going to be swinging for the fences. The payoff pitch way upstairs.
That's not good for the ERA.
No. As Davis is smiling. Ugh.
Through the pain.
I'm going to have to speak a word with him after this game.
Yes.
So
Miss Penny's not going to give him any of the Oreos back home after tonight.
It's going to be an awkward night back at the host house.
Nah, we're proud of him. No matter what happens, we're proud of him. He'll get the Oreos, the legendary Miss Penny Brown Oreos. And we'll have a good laugh after tonight.
Davis all the way from the state of Texas.
Good pitch. Oh.
Aw. Apparently misses out. Or misses in. A 1-0 count. Base is still loaded. And is this Shane Sinclair? We're not sure. Oh, no, that is Daniel Rogers. Excuse me, couldn't see the name, the number on the back, as that one's going to be lofted out there. And we'll see Bailey Bordas was not able to make the play out in right field. Seems that he lost track of it maybe in the lights. 1 run scores. And that was going to be lofted. We'll tag that as an error on Bailey. So now Davis and Bailey are going to have some stern conversation after the game. Hey,
look
man,
at him. Yeah, he's giving him palms up.
He is not happy. And now Bailey's making the excuse, saying, hey, it was Trey's fault. Look how far they're shaded over.
Oh, man.
Hostetler shaded over and really
Jack
close.
was just watching that one.
Yeah.
He's waiting for his time to shine still.
Bit of selfish ball here in the 9th inning. That was not my play. There's so much space between Bordas and the right field line. And now Ryan Bachman is still very nervous. He is pacing around the booth during the game because he says
the spider disappeared.
The spider did disappear. Still not sure where it went. And it was rather big, folks.
It was, you know, and we're gonna say it was like big because I don't want the people listening to.
The people would have no idea. They wouldn't see.
So we'll say it was like the size of a baseball.
Tarantula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I'm scared.
I don't think they find those in South Dakota. The 2-1 fouled off. And now this is Shane Sinclair. Man, when you look at the lineups tonight, everyone that's been replaced, Bachman, Crott, Simon Ono, who pitched
Simon
in the 7th, Damon Gaither, and Dylan Ritchie.
Man, Simon Ono on the mound would have been something.
The 2-2 from Davis, that one's going to be lifted out of play again.
Have you ever been close to catching a foul ball up here?
No, unfortunately not. We had one pretty close to us earlier, I think maybe in the 1st or 2nd inning.
Yeah.
Hit the bleachers right in front of me. But I've never had that perfect positioning to go right over the protective netting and just find its way and carry right close to the booth.
It is a tough angle. I will give you. It's
very tough angle.
It would have to be a 1 in 1,000 chance, you know.
So Davis has to fire a strike. The pitch, and that one's going to be swung on and lined into left field. Jack Hostetler making the play.
Throw him out. Throw him out.
He is going to try to throw all the way back home, and the tag is not going to be applied as it was very close. Derek Calvillo was racing around from home, and Bryson Hoyer almost had it. Great relay there from Jack, but it is now a 10-4 ball game. The Big Sticks have blown this one wide open.
That might have been, you know, rivaling the some of the great throws in baseball history. If
No
Jack
doubt.
Hostetler throws them out there.
I'm going to have to look at the replay, and I'm sure that Jack is thinking right now in left field, I'm going back and watching the live stream tonight.
Jack, great job. If you go back and watch this, great job.
And also another great job from Davis Carr, who had played every single position tonight and even got an out here in the 9th inning before unfortunately allowing 4 runs. But unfortunately, he also had a few issues with his defense behind him.
Hey, we'll give him a pass. I'd say it was a productive outing for Davis's first outing.
And we hope this doesn't cause any team drama headed into the playoffs tomorrow. Some serious business here.
He's probably, him and Bailey are probably going to have a stern talking to after.
No
but
doubt.
Then a large hug because they're best friends.
They are best friends. So.
Yes.
So Gabe Springer on the mound.
Okay.
What is happening?
This is my favorite thing ever.
Gabe Springer, a member of the 1-2 freshman punch, as they like to call it. He and Bryson Hoyer now stepping in. Gabe gets his chance on the mound.
Gabe Springer, I have to say, my favorite player.
Really?
Yes.
Ooh, that's a hot take. There's so many guys to choose from.
It's just Gabe, you know?
Gabe's mustache is also glaring in these stadium lights. You can just
helped
tell.
him dye that yesterday.
Yeah, he was so proud of it too. He was up in the booth with us yesterday.
Yes, he is just a great human being. Everybody on this team is an amazing human being, but you know,
Gabe's just that guy.
Gabe
you know?
is just that guy.
That's all we're gonna say because it makes sense. You know what we're saying.
And just, you know, to be going to a place like he's going to Stanford, and to be as humble as he is, he's just an awesome guy.
Yeah, you know, all these guys saying, "Oh, you're going to Stanford. That's huge." And he's just like, "Yeah." So anyway, what about you? You know,
yeah, I know, and
does not want the attention on him whatsoever. So now
is-
this might be a bit of a nightmare for Gabe if you think about it. He doesn't like to say a lot, and now Coach Hunt might just be saying, "All right, get the limelight."
Gabe is the center of attention right here, and ooh, this guy's popular with the crowd.
A lot of Big Sticks fans here in the crowd tonight. They are cheering on Braxton Greenberg.
All right, Gabe, this is your time to shine, my guy.
So Gabe, ooh, that was a good start. I mean, it was low, but it was across the plate.
Hey,
That's a good
we'd
start.
love to see it.
Hey.
I don't know if Gabe was ready for this, but man, nobody's been ready for what's happened tonight. Big swing.
Ooh, big cut there from number 26, Braxton Greenberg.
We love pitchers getting their shot and making the most of it.
Oh, yeah.
Just like Simon. He got in there, swung the bat.
We didn't love it earlier in the game when
No.
Moses Stokes absolutely obliterated a ball over left field for a grand slam.
No, we don't love that. You are right.
And I should have, you know, really trusted what Luke Stera had to say. Excuse me, I was thinking of Ryan Dorn. What Luke Stera had to say earlier, just saying, you know, you better trust me when I say that this guy has pop in his bat.
But, you know,
I learned the wrong way.
Same thing with our guys. You know, we might see Jack Hostetler. I hope he gets up there and just absolutely lets it eat, you know.
No doubt.
I'm excited for that. It is a night that these pitchers will never forget.
That is for certain. So now Gabe in a 2-2 count. Let's see what he does. Ooh, freezes Braxton Greenberg, strike 3.
Just like a night that Gabe might never forget. His first collegiate strikeout, and he hasn't even been college yet.
All right, someone throw the ball over to the dugout.
Yep, we need that one. Uh-oh, speaking of.
Oh, no, this is a very important situation. Moses Dokes. He's looking to strike again with runners on first and second against Gabe.
I'm not going to say anything.
Do not go yard against Gabe.
I'm just going to observe.
That would be one of the most savage things anyone could ever do. And he tried to right there. He's swinging for the fences. A big cut. He was shooting for the rafters on that one.
When I tell you what, this has been awesome. I'm so happy that I was up here to experience this with you. Oh, my.
That one is going to be lined into center field. Trey Volwald is going to cut it off. But now bases are loaded as Daniel Rogers holds up and presses on the brakes over at third base.
But it's been awesome. I've been so happy to experience this with you tonight through all the chaos.
Ryan, it has been my pleasure. Could not have asked for anyone better here in the booth to experience this with on your time off before tomorrow.
Spider and all.
Yeah, I still don't know where
I
that
still
spider
don't know
went.
where it's at.
That
That's
does
kind of
make
terrifying.
things a bit more concerning. And that one is going to be shot out into right field. 1 run scores, and they are going to hold the runner up at third again. Now an 11-4 ball game. 11 runs on 11 hits. The Big Sticks have been putting it in play. So now, Campbell Cretter once more.
Who led off the inning?
Oh yes. It's been a long top of the 9th. 5 runs have crossed.
All right, Gabe. Bear down here. You got this, buddy.
Springer's first pitch.
Good. Oh.
Clips
Oh,
the outer
good.
edge of the plate.
A little late call. I wasn't prepared for that.
Call him Picasso because he's painting.
Yes. Good one, win.
Thank you
I
so
like
much.
it.
So now bases loaded.
Well, curveball look from Gabe, it looked like.
Yeah. A 1-1 count now to the 9th spot hitter.
These two played on a summer ball team together, Gabe was saying.
Really? As that one was going to be hit well out towards right field. Bailey Bordas.
No, who is that?
Is that Bailey? But ain't Bailey. Who is that?
No.
Is it Bailey?
Is that Jack? No, Jackson left.
No, Jack is racing it from left field. Who made the catch?
Is that Connor Jones?
Connor Jones in right field. That's perfect.
Wow.
Not a better way.
What a great ending to my time in the booth, Win.
Man, this was incredible. So, Ryan, I know you want to be down with your folks and your friends down in the dugout as we are getting ready for an intense walk-off here in the bottom of the 9th. It's an 11-4 ball game. Ryan Bachman, thank you so much. We are excited to see what you and the team can do starting tomorrow night in Game 1.
Appreciate it, man. Watch out for that spider.
I will try my best. Make sure it is not traveling with you. So we'll be back in just a few. Big Sticks strike big in the 9th. Score 5, an 11-4 ball game headed to the 9th. Bottom of the 9th, excuse me. Squatch looking to walk it off.
All Balanced Bookkeeping, located right here in Spearfish, is your go-to place for all of your bookkeeping needs. Serving Spearfish for over 2 years, we have over 30 years of bookkeeping experience and can take care of any office tasks, large or small. Contact us now to get in touch with one of our many experienced bookkeepers.
So the Big Sticks not wasting any time. Quickly out on the mound as Joey Womble, one of our bullpen guys, is getting an at-bat. He is going to shoot that one to the shortstop, and they throw off his back foot in time for out number 1. But great job, Joey. He ambushed it. I'm alongside Damon Gaither, who's made his way to the booth as well after being replaced earlier in tonight's action. And we've had Damon up here plenty of times already. So welcome to the booth, Damon. How have you been?
Oh, just wonderful, man. You know, just having fun tonight. Get ready for a big series start tomorrow. So
it's going to be a big one at that. So everyone's having a good time, and so today, all play, and tomorrow, a little more action. Both teams will be facing off in Game 1 here at home, and hopefully these Squatch are able to take it tomorrow. We hope for a huge crowd as Trey Vorwald is stepping in. 1 out, nobody on here in the 9th. Jack Hostetler in the on-deck circle. And Trey's going to put that one on the ground, and another play from the shortstop, able to make the throw back-to-back. Great plays from Alex Erloff, or excuse me, Kobe Krenz.
let's go, Jack. Let's go, baby.
So here we go, Jack. Hostetler is our final hope here in the 9th inning. Damon, I know you had 2 hits tonight. You really put the ball in play. A great job for you so far. But unfortunately, you are no longer in player of the game contention because it appears we're going to have to give it to Simon Ono.
That's all right, man.
Our intern who signed a 1-day contract today. We're very excited for Simon. He went 0 for 1 with 1 strikeout.
That's all right. He's a legend in my book.
and he is going around telling everyone about it. So, we might even have him up for a post game.
Might have to.
Simon's been waiting for his moment, but Jack is quickly behind 0-2. That one spiked in the dirt. And ball one. So Jack Hostetler hanging in there. We saw Jack out of the pin yesterday. And now he gets an opportunity at the plate. Just a bit high. Jack working the count.
A great eye right there by Jack Hostetler. Man, that guy's good.
What a guy.
Might have to hit him tomorrow.
The 2-2. Let's go, Jack. Ooh, big swing and a miss to end the game, but what a way to end it. I think everyone in the dugout tonight for the Sasquatch was able to get an at-bat and find their way into the outfield or infield respectively. So the Big Sticks are able to take game 5 of 5 and avoid the series sweep in 5 games, and they take it convincingly. It is an 11-4 final score for the Sticks as they get 11 runs on 11 hits. The Squatch get 4 runs on only 7, but that is all right. We had a lot of fun being able to call tonight's action, and now we look forward to what we will be doing tomorrow as we have a 6:35 first pitch to begin game 1 of the divisional playoffs. The Squatch and the Sticks facing off for the 6th time in a row, their 15th time this season, but nothing more important than game 15 tomorrow. It has been a long grind. Damon, you have any words to say about that?
I mean, you know, they're all good dudes. They're competitive, so tomorrow should be a lot of fun. They're going to give us their best, we can give them our best, so we'll get to see who's actually better tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, no excuses. It is going to be a grind for both teams. Both
Absolutely.
So evenly matched. It is going to be a fun one at that. But until then, we thank you so much for joining us. We will see if we have a player of the game tonight. We think it is going to be Simon Ono, because why not? He is having a good time. We'll try to put a post game together to end the last game of the regular season. Unfortunately, the Squatch fall in game 5, but not before they take the first 4 of the series, eventually clinching the playoffs in game 3. And we feel great about our chances headed into game 1 tomorrow. We'll be back with a post game in just a few, 9:55 p.m. as this game comes to a close. I'm Win Andrews, your voice of the Sasquatch. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes. And we thank you so much for joining with us on this post-game live, coming to you from the booth here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. We have officially concluded the regular season of play here in Spearfish, as your Sasquatch are looking to take game one here at home as the divisional playoffs begin tomorrow night at 6:35 against the Badlands Big Sticks. Who else will be playing them for the 6th time in a row? We're looking to take and establish momentum early. But until then, the Squatch fall 11-4 in game 5 tonight after plenty of exciting stuff, a lot of different changes throughout the game. It was a fun one. I'm Win Andrews, voice of the Sasquatch, and we have a few special players to conclude this series and this regular season. To start off tonight, we are going to have the player of the game here in the booth, Mr. Simon. Oh no, you best believe the pitcher for the Big Six was thinking, oh no, on the mound, I have to face this guy. As Simon plays at Mayville State and is interning as a baseball ops intern here this summer. So Simon, tell me about the experience you've had being able to sign a one-day contract with Eric Schmidt this morning and just being able to get your shot to play as a Sasquatch this summer.
Honestly, it was huge, man. I enjoyed the opportunity. I had so much fun today as a player. Yeah, I took my 2 best swings, I guess, and we did what we could do, but the pitcher ended up getting me at the end. It's all good, though.
Well, you shot that one foul, and it looked good.
Oh, yeah, it felt good. I was a little late, but when you don't see a live arm in a minute, it's going to happen, but I was confident walking up there.
Simon Ono 0 for 1 with 1 strikeout.
Player of the game.
Player of the game. Hey, you are a player, Simon, and you are one of the most positive people I've ever met. So it has been a pleasure being able to work with Simon this year. Tell me about your experience being able to step into the box and just be able to hear everyone backing you up.
Honestly, it was a lot more nerve-wracking than I thought it was going to be because I led off the inning and I was getting loose. I got told I was going to go pinch hit, and I hear the walk-up song, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to walk out there. I was supposed to wait a couple minutes, but it's all good, and the fans got behind me. It was a great experience. It was honestly surreal.
And now you can put yourself down as a player intern on your resume.
Hey, that might be the first one ever. We better check that out.
I mean, only established for the past few years. I would say you might have the chance at being the first to do so. So Simon, outside of just being able to play tonight and being up here with us in the booth for the last game of the regular season, how has your summer been as an intern so far?
Bro, it's been a great experience. I've had so much fun getting to know you, Win, and all our other interns and players. I even got to play a little scouting and bring one of my buddies over. You'll talk to him later. I won't give it away yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, Simon, we do appreciate you being here with us all summer. It has been a great pleasure getting to know you as well, and we wish you the best of luck with everything as we end this summer season within the next few weeks, and you head back to Mayville State to absolutely rake.
Oh, yeah.
So.
I'm ready after that, AB. I'm feeling good.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh,
Simon,
yeah.
We appreciate you so much. We know you have to go out there and actually work on cleaning this field and getting everything ready for tomorrow's game. Baseball operations intern. That sounds about right. So, Simon, thank you so much, and we will see you tomorrow for a lot more action.
Thank you for having me, Win.
Yes, sir. Of course.
All right.
As that'll end it for Simon. He has a lot to go down there and do, and now he is going to give way to someone else. I mentioned it's a stacked post-game interview as we have 2 more guys with us in the booth after Simon Ono, the player of the game. Talk about someone who is really important in the span of a game. Let's talk about the man who has been cheated out of player of the game the last, 2 or 3 nights altogether, Keenan O'Brien. And my friend, I'd like to officially designate you with the honor of being named player of the series against the Badlands Big Sticks. The most important series of the year. Keenan O'Brien absolutely showed up as he had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 2 singles, and we even saw him on the mound tonight. Did you pitch a 1-2-3 inning, Keenan?
I did, going out there and getting my first live appearance on the mound. Got a fly ball to the outfield and a ground ball to the shortstop and a line drive to first. So that was first. That was awesome.
That was unreal. You turned it up when you needed it the most, especially being able to clinch the playoffs and now facing against the Big Sticks tomorrow. Keenan, coming in out of a bit of a slump headed into this series, what really turned around for you?
Being here at home, it really gives me a boost, seeing all the fans and having that back. It's like having another player out there helping you with your swing. Being able to work in the cage with some of the guys, fine-tune some things here and there, looking at some videos. I think that really helped me out throughout the end, and I think that really paid off for this series. And knowing this is a big series, we got to come in and win 3 games to clinch the playoffs and show up and really play. So I think today and the rest of this week, we really showed up as a team, and it wasn't just me, it was all the guys out there. You know, Ryan had a good weekend, and I think just having the team behind me and knowing me as a player and everyone else, they had confidence in me, and I think that was the biggest factor about that one.
So how do you plan to really carry that momentum into this playoff series, especially with games 2 and 3 being in Dickinson?
You know, I think you got to treat it like any other game. You know, you can't get too big in the box. You got to just, I think, one pitch at a time, stay short to the ball, and just can't do anything too big, you know. I got a couple home runs underneath my belt, but I think I'm just looking for contact, getting a base hit, move the runners over, keep doing the simple things right.
And you have done that so well so far this season. So, Keenan, another thing that we also want to mention is just the plate performance that you had that was so important within that Game 3 whenever you were catching behind the plate. A lot of pitches here and there that could have gone a little wild. You were able to keep it in front of you, especially in a lot of situations with runners on base. So, great opportunity there. Elaborate on that if you will.
You know, as a catcher, you really got to work with your pitcher and know them well and what pitch is working, which is not. So when you call that pitch that may not be working and it's a sketchy pitch, you really got to be on your toes and watch for that pitcher to see what he does. There's a little cues here and there that you can pick up that might show where that ball might go, but you just got to trust that pitcher up there. And I honestly trust our pitching staff full-heartedly. They're good top to bottom. I trust every guy that we roll out there. There's not a guy I wouldn't be scared to catch. So having full confidence in their pitchers, I think that really helps me stay grounded and really trust them every step of the way.
So Keenan O'Brien, our series player, as he has really shown up and come up in huge spots that really put the Squatch ahead, especially in those first 4 wins of this series. Obviously not including tonight. You had your off day.
I did,
so
yep. Got to get ready for the game.
On the mound, so you are everywhere, all over the field, Keenan, and your leadership is contagious. So we're really thankful for everything that you've brought to the team so far this year, and especially going into the playoffs. So anything you'd like to add to the live stream before you head out?
You know, I just want to appreciate you, Flynn. You've done an amazing job up here, and I love listening to games as I watch back film and stuff like that. You do a great job, and I'm sad to see the summer go, but I'm excited to see what's in the future for me and this team, and getting ready for playoffs is a big key, so I'm excited to see what happens.
Well, I appreciate it, Keenan. Thank you so much for that, and we wish you the best of luck headed into tomorrow. I'm sure I'll talk to you before then.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Win.
So, one more guy. I'm sorry, I know there's a lot going on. There was too much to even handle tonight. It was all over the place. But on Davis Day here at the park, that's what I just, like to call it. So, I don't really know. I just wanted to call it that. Davis Carr here played all 9 positions. It has been a very eventful day for everyone at the park, but especially you.
Yeah, it has.
So, Davis, tell me how that kind of came into fruition in the first place.
Well, me and Coach Jarrett were talking before the series because so far this regular season I'd played every position in a game except for third base, shortstop, and pitcher. So I came up to him and I said, hey, I know we got to win these first 3 games of the series to clinch, but, after that, I kind of want to play every position just once this season. And he said, yeah, we can work you in at third, short, maybe an inning at each. Maybe if we get way up, put you on the mound. And then I said, why not just do it all in one game? And he said, let's do it.
You've seen other teams do it, and now is your shot.
Yep.
And especially after taking the first 4 or 5 in the most important series against a division rival, you've earned that opportunity.
I thought so.
How did you feel? Where were you most comfortable at all the way across the diamond?
Oh, well, I started at catcher, and that's my natural position.
Doesn't count catcher,
yeah.
Too easy of an answer.
Yeah, that's true. Other than that, I really like being short. I felt like Javier Baez out there. Thought I was pretty smooth.
Maybe with a little better of a bat right now.
Yeah, that I could use some help on the offensive end, but it's short. I just felt like nothing was going to get by me. So.
Yeah. Well, you were great out there as well, and you have really started swinging a much better bat than Javi as of right now. So you had a great night last night, 3 for 5. Tell me how you're becoming more confident at the plate as the season progresses, headed into the playoffs.
Oh, just kind of focusing on my approach. Just trying to see spin out of the hand early, trying to pick it up, be aggressive early in counts. I don't want to get behind, so that's been a big part of it for me. Not having to hit with 2 strikes, even though last night I got 2 hits with 2 strikes, but that's just what happens whenever you're a lot more confident at the plate, which I have been lately, so that helps a lot.
And the confidence is easy to see. You've been playing great, Davis.
Thank you.
Anything else you'd like to add, especially heading into tomorrow's Game 1? What should we be expecting?
Definitely a win. Definitely a big win. We're going to come in. We're going to blow them out. Easy. just like we did the first 4 games. You know, they don't stand a chance. I mean, until I got on the mound today, it was a pretty close game, and we weren't even really trying, so that tells you a lot. So.
Okay, so 2 very evenly matched teams. Davis Carr feels good about his chances.
Yep.
So, but why not, especially when you're betting against a team that has been playing so well at home all season.
Yeah.
Words of confidence right there from the man, Davis Carr, who played all 9 positions tonight. Davis, anything else you'd like to add to this live stream before we cut off for the night?
I think that's it. I think you covered it.
You don't want to give any shout-outs to anybody?
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
There
Love
it
y'all.
is. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
All right, well, Davis, this has been the man of the hour. You had a great night last night at the plate and behind the plate today to start off tonight's action, and then following everywhere else along the field. So, Davis, we thank you for your time. We're excited to see what you can do tomorrow in Game 1.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, without any further ado, we will let you go as it is becoming late here, and this has been a long post game, but we thank you for joining us all season long as we head into playoffs. Your support through the live stream or here at the stadium has been much needed. We will not be in the playoffs without the support of the fans. So thank you so much. It has been a great summer, and it has been my pleasure to be able to call every single game so far at home this year. Without any further ado, the Sasquatch and the Sticks face off in Game 1 tomorrow at 6:35 first pitch. Tickets still on sale. You can purchase them on the Spearfish Sasquatch website or at the gate during tomorrow's game before it starts. But I wouldn't bet on that. I think there's going to be a huge crowd, and we hope that you are there to support the Sasquatch and cheer them on to hopefully a Game 1 win in the divisional playoffs. So I'm Win Andrews, voice of the Sasquatch, alongside the 9-player man tonight, Davis Carr. It has been a fun one. Squatch fall in Game 5, but take the series 4-1, carrying that momentum over into tomorrow night. We'll see you later, but until then, good night and go Squatch.